Thank you for joining us for segment 22 of Pinnacles on
Especially
Happy Jacks.
sensual episode.
Happy Jacks After Dark has arrived.
As I explained before the show, yesterday I spent 3 hours at a cat house.
Meow.
And proceeded to only get, so this is the fun part, only 4 hours and 20 minutes of sleep. So it's
Nice.
just, the jokes keep coming, and they
keep
don't
coming.
stop coming. So I was at somebody's house who has cats. It's a very funny joke, though. If anyone wants me to explain it, I can. We are, I think I mentioned session 22 of Pinnacles here on HappyJacksrpg. You can find all previous episodes at happyjacks.org/pinnacles and happyjacks.org/shows as anything and everything we've ever done. I, Jason, am the GM/guide/ nominally in charge of this circus. But we all know that's not true. I
Because it's me.
offer a content warning in that this is a rated R superhero show, right? We do some blood and guts. We get a little violent. We deal with some real life issues that are triggering to some, and it is important to take care for yourself if you need to. Just know that going in, please. We have safety tools in place. We have X cards. We have lines and veils. We have all kinds of stuff we're using to take care of each other. Also, please take care of yourself. And let's go around. You also may know, if you're watching, you may notice we have a special guest joining us today. Enge was not able to be here, so we flew in all the way across the country.
All the way from New York.
Yes, all the way live from New York. Mr. Saturday Night himself. Dion, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello. Hi, everyone. My name is Dion. They keep inviting me to do things, so I keep showing up to do them. And I like it, so I'm happy to be here, and I hope I won't make a fool of myself today, although I'm sure I will.
I'd rather you did.
Oh, okay. All right.
I mean, it would be kind of rude if you were the only one who didn't.
Yeah. Speaking of, Sarah.
I make a fool of myself every week on purpose. I'm Sarah, and I play Kit, they, them, who's a biokineticist, who puts on the mask of Caduceus. But who is the Muppet and who is the man? Maybe we'll never know. That's me.
Putting on the risk? Is that anything?
Putting on the risk.
There's something there.
Yeah.
It was good and everybody
Dun,
liked
dun,
it.
dun, dun, dun.
Okay.
My name is Eli, and I play Hector Aguilar, the Telepath. And he recently had an out-of-camera session with Jason getting some new powers.
Mm-hmm.
And the one thing that came out of it was the best, is Bill now has Bill power.
Yes.
Yes.
Bill, the power armor, is a willpower battery.
Mm-hmm.
And because his name is Bill, and willpower starts with W, Bill power was...
Bill.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody loved it.
Jason, we love your jokes.
Yeah, that's why I explain them, to make sure everyone can enjoy them. Because if people aren't laughing, it's probably because they didn't understand it. Which is not
I
their
see.
fault. It's a
I
very
see.
high-end joke level that I produce.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And
Well, it's because they're high end that we're nodding thoughtfully and drinking our sherry while we listen to them. So
Just missing a cigar.
God damn
Yeah.
it, Sarah.
I've got a little cuppa over here, so.
Yeah.
And by cuppa, I mean fizzy water.
And what else do you have to say for yourself, Pooja?
So many things, but the most important being that I am playing Sapna, the sonic sneak, also known as Silent Scream, who has had, emotional growth, which no one ever thought would happen, including me.
I wasn't sure. I don't think it was guaranteed.
It was not guaranteed.
They've come a long way. So, all right. So, last time, like a couple little things happened. Sarah
Who can
had
know?
like a whole experience as an audience member with this new character that was introduced. Sarah, do you want to
Wait.
talk about the recap at all?
I would love to talk about the recap, but that comment, I must have forgotten something.
Well, you had
Oh, dear
a
God.
particular affinity for the character that we met last time.
Yes.
That excitement.
Basically, Jason made them a thirst trap.
I didn't mean to. I made them as weird as
Um,
possible.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what you were expecting.
Seems like allegedly.
When we began last session, we were in a boundless, endless white void that did have a floor. We checked, and there was definitely a floor, although hard to distinguish from the rest of it. After a few minutes of all of us going, where are we? We met the
Interstitial.
The interstitial.
owner of the world.
The
I was
actual
trying to
world
decide
themselves.
between like god, owner,
They-
inhabitant.
They are the world. It is.
They are
The
they are
world.
the space between worlds, rather.
They
Yeah.
too like Dave Matthews Band.
Interstitial.
I like how that.
Interstitial, a non-binary hottie who controls the space between dimensions and doesn't always get their words right because hey, when you don't speak the language, or rather when we speak all languages,
All at once.
words are hard.
Yeah. I think we went with an
Interstitial-
androgynous Pedro Pascal.
Yes.
Was a
Mhm.
yeah.
How can you say these things and say you didn't intend? Anyway,
Didn't mean to.
Oopsie.
we talked to Interstitial, and Interstitial explained that first of all that we'd been doing some wild shit that they were kind of down with our little portals that we'd been using to go between dimensions. However, there was one little bad actor that they were not a fan of, who we surmised was Brian, because they said that this person had been punching holes in their home, which tracks with what we've seen
Home
Brian
/
do.
body.
Yes, home / body. Very uncomfortable. We said, hey, if you like what we're doing, we hate that guy too. So we'll absolutely help you out, Interstitial. And Interstitial said, okay, let me send you home. And we were, oh, wait.
There's
This is
more.
also the superhighway through which all powers come from. That's
Oh,
an
yeah.
important detail.
Minor detail.
Because we initially knew where powers lived in the body, but we did not know where they originated from or why killing a copy of yourself in another dimension meant that you would get more powerful and or gain new powers. And so it is this interstitially and superhighway that kind of is the origin of all of that. Wild. We get sent home. And it's simultaneous. We get home and we said, did y'all see that? And everyone said, no, you came back. There were no problems. And we explained the situation.
And the most shocking thing out of all that we learned was that Dr. Light had never seen Star Trek.
Yeah.
Our
At least that
Dr. Light had not.
hadn't.
Yeah. Several of the others were like, what are you talking
Rightfully
about?
shocked.
What's wrong with you?
Rightfully shocked. We had some downtime to try to just deal with everything that had happened with us the last few weeks. Try to simmer down, have a nice time between movements, as it were. And we had a movie night, which was super nice. Except for the fact that I got in an argument with my girlfriend. And she left to go home. And after revealing that she had begun masquerading as a superhero named the Azalea Avenger and had gotten information on a villain that we had been tracking around and sent it to me in a Google Doc, so consider it.
Can I say I'm not usually one to say something like this, but I had received from the cast some compliments about how that scene had gone, and in re-listening to it, I patted myself on the back a little.
It was a
actually
good scene.
Really happy with how that went, and
It was
It-
such a good
I'm like,
scene.
I feel like I've grown a little bit as a person, that I can appreciate that I did a thing that was okay. And
No, it was excellent. It was one of those amazing
Was it
things where
probably
it was
okay
like
to you?
it was probably
okay.
Sounds like it was definitely okay.
It was uncomfortable. It was full of pretty good communication where two people just had different views on things and it wasn't good. So that's life for you.
Yeah.
And Sapna and Kit had a little bit of a conversation about it. Kit ended up staying over at Greenstreak's place, so they went down to watch a movie together and just vibe out very tenderly
Hmm.
and platonically.
Yeah, nothing weird
Uh,
there.
And
just people
with the
being pals.
information,
I
just
do
just
also-
guys being pals.
As an advocate for the staff at the lodge, we do need to acknowledge what Chef had to go through.
Yes, poor Chef,
Poor
who
Chef.
was
Chef
in the room
Cook.
the entire time that argument was happening.
in
is-
the pantry, trapped.
Yeah.
Trapped in the pantry.
Kit and their girlfriend are having this deep conversation in the kitchen because everyone else is watching a movie.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're having this conversation over the popcorn that they were going to bring back out to the movie. Very intense, like, are we still a couple kind of conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And when they left, I just added, and now Chef walks out of the pantry having been holding his breath for 5 minutes because, like, he heard that there was this deep conversation happening out there. He's like, oh, God, I don't want to
You
interrupt.
do not want to,
Right.
don't mind me
Mhm.
that.
If I could
yeah.
just cease to exist for a moment, that would be great.
Just like clutching the thing that he went in there for. Like,
It's like, I really didn't need these spices that bad.
Yeah, don't perceive
Nobody
me, don't
needs
perceive
spices
me.
that badly.
It's like I could have just
Uh,
materialized this. Why didn't I just use my powers?
Right. The Chef can just like make food out of, he's like a replicator.
Oh,
Yeah. So,
new desire unlocked.
yeah.
It's a
And
good power.
any food that he's experienced or can have adequately described to him, he can recreate.
What I do love about that, Jason, is the medieval animal drawing of it all, that if you don't describe it well enough, you could get a lion with a man's face.
Sure.
You know?
Yes.
Love that. Okay, but with this Google Doc of information, we decided to go after Daughter of Sludge, who had been opening up warehouses after her escape and manufacturing more of this sludge, which promises to give you some good ups of your powers, but at very detrimental consequences. Human testing has been done too quickly and not well. So we are
Also, it
attempting
definitively
to...
tastes bad,
And
which is probably the
also-
most
Tastes
important.
horrible.
She didn't
Yeah.
escape. She was
Oh, she was
acquitted, right?
released, wasn't
yeah,
she?
the case was thrown out
Yeah.
because
Yes.
it wasn't like the thing she was able to explain to the telepathic judge was reasonably true, and it was complicated. So
Loopholes.
yeah.
So we go to this. I was hoping that by the end of the time I did that, I could think of the word for what I was getting
Warehouse?
into. Not,
We went
it
to
wasn't a
Dr.
warehouse.
Frost's.
It's
We
a
we went to the storm drain underneath Dr. Frost's
storm
warehouse.
drain.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because Hector
met at the
went
storm
where
drain.
Azalea Avenger and Rosalinda went and duked it out with the bad guys.
Yes.
We totally missed a very important part of the recap.
I just
Oh,
remembered.
Born.
Go ahead.
So Heather as the Azalea Avenger has been tracking down these warehouses and shutting them down. And
What'd you say, Sarah?
I don't think it's important. We can just see about it.
And
What?
she has partnered up with Lenovia Negra, who is Rosalinda, who is Hector's daughter. And in communicating with Rosalinda about it, Rosalinda believes that the Azalea Avenger has a crush on her. So when Hector was like, hey, I'm investigating this storm drain situation, do you want to, come by because these are your leads? Also, do you want to contact the Azalea Avenger and let her
Like
know?
we could all compare notes, and
Mhm.
like
She was like, no, that would be too awkward because she has the hots for me.
right.
And so currently we are in a liminal space of, is somebody contacting Heather? Is anyone contacting Heather to show up? Would it be more awkward if Heather didn't show up, or if she did, or if she found out later that we all just excluded her for no reason?
Yep.
Although
Yeah.
no one else except Sapna knows, I think, that Heather is the Azalea Avenger, and that's because
Right.
Yeah, Hector
Sapna
doesn't
has
know.
I'm not going to say it's a problem, but a habit,
Hector would co-sign problem.
a habit
That
of
would require
listening
admitting
in.
something.
A habit of listening in on conversations to which she was not invited, or to which they were not invited.
And whose fault is that really? If they're speaking loudly enough to be heard by the most powerful sound superhero in the world.
Also, she said my name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In a very caring,
Yeah.
Complimentary way.
respectful.
As another painful note, Heather thinks the world of Sapna.
Mm-hmm.
There
Heather
is
thinks
also,
Sapna's so
for
cool.
Dion's benefit, there has been underlying tension about Sapna being into Kit and potentially that being reciprocated or not. But of course, Sapna's not, because they would never admit that. But instead, Kit got together with Heather, the Azalea Avenger, and
Drama.
yes,
I am entering
this
into
is
drama.
what we're here for.
Gay drama.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I have given this some thought as we head into the action and the meat.
Well, let me
And,
sip some my drinks.
Mhm.
Sure. As much as
I brought tea for a reason.
as much as we are not in a good place right now, I'm pretty sure that not inviting my girlfriend on her own lead is like immediate breakup territory. So I am going to message her.
Okay, but
Very
Kit doesn't
awkward.
know what Azalea Avenger, what Rosalinda thinks, right?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay, so that's fantastic.
Mhm. I just send a text and I'm like, "Hey, we're following up on your leads. I don't know how you feel, but I feel it's important to invite you. Love you, bye." Um,
Is that a voice message or text message?
voice to text.
Perfect. So no punctuation,
Yes.
just like sociopath stream of text.
And it is
Yes,
a sip from
exactly.
Siri at the bottom.
Yeah.
Also, I think I have some points that I would love to put into revitalizing my willpower.
Okay.
So, my base will specifically. How many points for each point of base will again?
It is 3.
3. Okay.
What are your resources? Oh, you have many
I
points.
have-
Oh, actually,
I
we're
have so
supposed
much.
to be at
I've been
345
hoarding.
now.
I've been hoarding points.
I'm setting everyone to 345 because that's what we're supposed to be. Oh, it was just you I shorted.
Gasp. Okay. Well, I'm gonna spend 9 points to bring it up to back up to all 7.
Okay.
Nice.
And then I'm gonna spend let's see, my willpower can go up to 14, I believe. So I'm gonna bring myself up to 13, spend 7 points to get my regular willpower up.
I don't know that we had a hard cap on willpower.
No?
Didn't we get rid of that?
Yes,
Mhm.
we got rid of it when you started doing the stability is capped by your base will.
Yeah, that feels better.
Mhm.
Okay.
I like
well,
that.
then I'll
You.
spend
Mhm.
9 points to bring it up to 15.
Okay. Yeah, so
Ooh.
that's your max willpower is just like you can't recover more willpower than that. That's
Right.
But whatever, however much it is fine. But I really like the tying that to
Mhm.
base will or to stability checks. So that's more fun.
And one thing I just want to throw out, that Bill had an image change. So if you watch like the first couple episodes, Bill looked one way. Now he looks like the Interceptor from Anthem.
Yeah,
If anybody played that game,
Oh.
the game that broke my heart.
the game that broke my heart too, because it was so fun.
Yep. It was so close to being good. It went right up to the edge, and it was like, nah, I'll go back in.
Oh,
For people who haven't played it, it kind of is a little bit like Wasp-esque,
Mm-hmm.
or like Wasp if
Like
it's
power
not
armor
Gundam,
wasp.
but it did start with a G.
Gwasp.
There was a
You're so
Guastum.
right.
there was an old movie. Mark Hamill was in it. But it was like a guy and he
Oh,
found an
Guyver.
alien. Yes, thank you. I
Oh.
knew you would have me.
Okay. So we know that we're sort of coalescing the story around this old warehouse. We know that underneath there's a storm drain that leads probably in the right direction, or at least it's worth exploring to know more. And I'd like to have Dion's character, who we know. What does Neutron's outfit look like? Superhero outfit.
I didn't have a heads up on that question, so I hadn't thought about it.
Never thought about superheroes before.
I hadn't thought about this one that I made up. Here we go.
What color are neutron stars?
At that point, black.
Pretty, so silvery white blue.
Okay.
Oh, white with a faint hint of violet. Violet.
I like that. I can wear white and violent. No, I like the color scheme. So
Okay.
yeah, let's do white and violet.
Have you been reading Fourth Wing?
What's that?
So have you been reading Fourth Wing?
Thinking more like I don't know. I want him to look more not contemporary spandex costume-y,
Okay.
but more kind of and the people almost like what a regular person would wear, but done up a little more.
Sure.
So, probably pants and a shirt, but then probably just way too much trench coat cape kind of thing.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Purple, right?
Is
Sick.
Neutron is Neutron repped by a large company?
I was not thinking that. No.
Okay. Because if you're heroing, you should have some representation,
Okay.
or at least be like incorporated, right? Like there's an allowance in this world for heroing to be sort of within legal protections, right?
Gotcha.
So if you're out doing stuff, you should have some kind of arrangement. But if you're with a smaller company, they can't outfit you.
Right.
They can't do all this extra stuff. So it's you do get a lot of the like. There's that difference between the like glamour of Pinnacles and the highest reps out there, and the more like homegrown heroes who have learned how to use a sewing machine and a serger and all these things that are a little tricky, but it's worth it in the long run.
Miles'
Yeah.
evolution into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
I was thinking that's what so Neutron is like Spider-Man meets Luke Cage. Kind of a
What if it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
like really techie, like slick cargo pants into combat boot sort of thing?
yeah, that works.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
White tech wear pants is
Yeah.
Yeah,
such
tech
a
wear,
sick
yeah.
look.
Yeah.
So sick.
Yeah, but then with like that real fitted tee
Yeah,
and
fitted tee, purple, violent.
yeah.
Violent trench coat.
Violent jacket.
violet, and a trench coat.
Yeah.
Okay, what for a mask? Like what's covering your face? What's that situation? Could be a visor. It could be a full-on cowl.
No,
it could
definitely
be
not the full mask. So probably just like a eye visor kind of thing.
sure. Okay.
Yep.
Then what else can you describe the character? What's his build? What's his height? Like what do we see walking up to the warehouse?
Solid dude.
Uh-huh.
6'6", 6'1", 280. So big, solid.
Yeah.
Pretty muscular. Like he spends time in the gym.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm vain. Long locks.
Sure.
And yeah. Oh, I didn't say much about his power. I didn't say anything about his powers either.
Oh, right. Yeah,
Should
yeah.
I?
This would
Yeah.
be somewhat known. Yeah, because
Yeah.
you're
So-
as a 7 in the city. Like that's enough that like people would know who you are because that's pretty powerful.
Right.
So-
So I can control the density of my own body. So I can become very, very, very dense by just increasing my mass. Obviously, I don't change the volume. I don't change my size. So in increasing mass, I become incredibly dense. I believe I'm impenetrable. I have some weaknesses that I don't know about and don't believe in quite yet.
This is great. A
Uh,
real
but-
gift to do a game master, by the way.
And then I can also make myself very, sparse. I guess that's the opposite of dense.
Yeah.
So
Undense.
undense, making myself thereby almost weightless, where I can float and be very nimble if I want to,
Nice.
becoming more vulnerable, but more agile. So.
And I want to toss this in if I can. I think you're so I've added this to your sheet
Mhm.
that you are technically able to phase through stuff,
Right.
but I
Ooh.
I think you've been like maybe stick your hand through the table like, oh, what did it? But like you start doing it and you've accidentally phased your whole body and you start to sink through the floor of your apartment and you're like, oh shit. Like,
Gotcha.
but like, okay, I'm just gonna get my hand to face. Like, come on, like, is that okay if we
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
couch it in that you figured out you could do it, but
Haven't quite mastered
yeah,
it just yet.
it's like if you need to do it, we'll figure it out. It'll be a fun die roll.
Gotcha.
Okay. Okay, so real quick, we know that actually, since all of us are a member of the community, I think we could do it this way. I'm gonna give Dion 3 cards, and I'm gonna give everyone else 1 card actually, because you at least know who Neutron is, right? He's also probably been picking up a lot of slack lately because y'all haven't been around Green Lake that much. So I'm gonna put Neutron in with the Azalea Avenger and La Novia Negra and just a few other kind of like 6s and 7s in town who are doing work,
Hell yeah.
So these are
And
Dion,
Perry.
presumably things that what's Neutron's
And
real name?
Perry.
Damien.
Damien. These are things Damien knows about these other superheroes. And if anybody, wants to have their actual identity revealed or something, like if you all want to set that up, that's between you. But
I'm ready for my card,
that's
Jason.
Sapna. Okay.
Oh, wait, here you go.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
thank you so much.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I'll read yours off when we get to it, Sarah.
Awesome.
What you need to do is just hold it up to the side.
Oh yeah. Then that'll be in front of Sarah if you like.
Yes,
hold it up
that's
to your
Oh,
how it works.
right. Yeah.
Right, fine.
Mm.
Yeah,
Interesting.
okay, there we go. There we go.
Oh, the visual jokes here are good. Okay, so let's start with one of Damien's cards.
I pulled this exact card recently. All right, you used blank to get ahead. What did you do, and do they know?
Well, they
Oh,
probably
yeah,
don't
like-
know, but maybe you name drop somebody who you kind of know, but not that well.
For those keeping track at home, this is
I
the
might
card
do the other
that,
side on this one.
Sure.
that Dion used. The full
This
left.
makes okay. You did something to help blank get ahead. What did you do?
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a little bit easier for this one. And all right. So, as hint. Oh, I guess we didn't hint at it on camera, but I kind of have an. Damien has an admiration for Silent Scream. Who doesn't know it yet?
Yeah.
But in enjoying what they have done for the community, has definitely sort of given credit for some of the stuff that he does with like, oh yeah, no, they've been a great help in the community, and they've been so like
Sure.
while I'm raising my own sort of credit with amongst the people, also spreading.
Are there any like parts of your costume that are like kind of like a hint at Silent Scream's costume?
Oh no, not that much.
No, okay,
Just word of mouth. Just
Okay.
spreading the
We
good news.
do, amusingly enough, we do have a very similar style of costume.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Just by accident.
It's great. Okay, I'm gonna read Sarah's card, and I'm gonna do my best Sarah impression. Okay.
I'm so ready.
You're always competing with blank and trying to one up each other.
Oh my God.
Was that your impression?
Yeah.
Did that
Oh.
just come out of my mouth?
It's uncanny, right?
Wow.
Mhm.
The alternate, if you're interested, is you
Sure.
find Damien's or Neutron's vanity grating. How do you put them in their place?
Oh,
So, this would
So-
be your impression of Neutron the hero, because I'm assuming you two don't know each other's real
Right.
identities.
I find Damien's what to be grading?
Cheese? Vanity.
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 Same.
And the other one
Cheese.
is that we're constantly trying to one up each other.
Yeah.
Which I don't think we've don't think we've met.
I mean, we
Um,
can add that to backstories, if it's somebody
mhm.
you knew a while ago before you got big.
Well, so I do have to ask, what's Damien's day job?
What's Damien? Oh, 100% working at a barbershop.
Okay.
Working at a
Like,
barber.
like local barbershop.
The amount that is not related to what Kit does is very funny
Yeah.
because the idea of a surgeon having some kind of beef with the guy who works at a barber shop is very funny to me.
Yeah.
Um,
I kind of have this whole idea of no, this is the best way to hold your cutting implements.
I
We try to one up each other and whose hand is steadier.
yeah,
Yeah, or it could be Caduceus and Neutron have met in this,
right.
had a friendly rivalry in the past.
Very possible. Very possible. Friendly rivalry is fun. Because I think that Kit as Caduceus finds Neutron very interesting in that they want to get a closer look.
Be
Like
nosy.
he's like, that's an interesting biological makeup you have there.
Right.
And,
Like, how are you bulletproof? Like, you're not made of metal. You're not like you're skin and bones. Like.
And also, it happens like pretty fast. So like, I want to see it happening. But so I think maybe they've run into each other, and Caduceus has been like, "Can I check it out?" And maybe Neutron is like, "If you beat me at this, you can check it out." And Caduceus is like, "I'm not fast."
I'm not fast.
So
Okay.
which is a lie, but it's hard to be fast. It's hard.
Yeah.
Anyway. Yeah, so I think it's a little like maybe one of those fun little when we see each other, it's like, hey, we don't really know each other that well. And
Oh,
there's
you're
just a little bit
professional
of-
acquaintances who,
Mhm.
had a little
Yeah.
back and forth. Okay. Cool. Let's go to Hector.
My first one is you found out about Damien's dubious past. How did you find out? Or
Interesting.
you partnered with Neutron to do something shady. What was it?
Oh.
That's even more fun. Now, this is our former CIA
Yeah.
agent.
Oh.
who-
Yeah. Was in the barbershop getting his hair cut and overheard. Like, what would you think?
Which one are you doing? Which?
The partner.
Oh, we partnered on something. I would probably actually hear something from you. Because I would probably hear information from you that I didn't have access to. That you probably had connections to, maybe?
I think the way Hector is reactive in that way, that he would want to help the community because he has a secret identity where if he overheard something, he may show up. Just hearing.
And sometimes you overhear something mentally.
Right.
If it leaks out,
Right.
he tries to be respectful and not listen in on
Mhm.
people's thoughts. But if somebody's screaming their thoughts around, it's
So probably some young kid came in talking about something going on in the neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
Problem I needed to go solve. String of hype. I don't know. I couldn't think of what, but I'll leave
Yeah,
that to
I
you,
think-
but yeah. I see ideas.
Uncle
Oh,
D.
do you have a suggestion?
Uncle D.
Uncle Damien?
Need your help, Uncle D.
Probably.
Sorry. I have this little mental picture going of your barbershop.
Yeah, that's the whole idea. It's like the neighborhood. I want to be really.
That's great.
On
Is
the
it
ground over
Damien's
there,
barbershop?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Because I think to tie it into maybe what we're doing, maybe it has to do with something with Sledge's, the drugs.
Oh, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Maybe
That's
some
great.
kid came in and talked about somebody trying to sell it outside of
Mm-hmm.
the local school or.
Yeah, but this would have been like months ago.
Right.
Right.
Like
Well, like a
And
low
then
level
you didn't
pusher,
necessarily-
Yeah.
not like manufacturing level, low level
Right.
pusher.
Yeah.
And we went and took care of.
But I also think so, like, because it's shady, like, I think it was somebody you wanted to protect. And, we just kind of looked the other way and was like, hey, man, just knock it off.
Yeah, sounds about right.
with that being the case, is it okay if Hector knows Damien's secret identity? Because like, if he's reading your mind a little bit, like, he knows you're the guy from the barbershop. But it's up to you. If you want to keep that a hard secret, then
Nope.
Okay.
That's fine.
Yeah.
That works.
Maybe your brain is too dense.
No. I mean, no, it's fine that he can know.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Like if you wanted to defend against it, we
Oh,
could do something
no,
like
no.
that. Okay. So that's cool.
Yeah.
I think that makes sense. Let's get another one from Damien.
Let's go. You have feelings for blank and haven't told them. Why not? You have strong feelings for blank and have told them. How did that go?
Oh boy. Hey,
Uh,
if you want a different card, we can get
I was
one.
gonna say,
But
there's a lot of drama going on, and I don't think I know enough about it to enter into it.
Oh, come on.
It sounds like a minefield.
it certainly
You
is.
have a crush on the Azalea Avenger. You have told her how you feel.
I feel like there's a lot of shapes going on that are already triangles and beyond.
Uh-huh.
I would
Yes.
like to
You're
not.
That's
so
fine.
fair for
That's
that.
fine. We'll continue it.
It's totally valid.
Yes.
It's totally valid. I'll just be over here crying. It's fine.
Blank is always sticking their nose in your business. Oh, I wish I had. Said
We
this.
already used something.
I already used something, so I have to go somewhere else.
We can
What about you
retcon
is so
things.
interesting? Okay. You think you can learn a thing or two from blank. Do you ask them for guidance? Ooh. So I'm gonna build on this story that we already have going,
Yeah.
right? And recognizing that you were able to help, but also were able to be understanding. You
Mhm.
really opened me up to what I can learn from maybe joining like a higher level
Mhm.
corporation. And like I've always had this sort of thing against it where I want to stay local and stay with
Mhm.
the community. And I maybe had like a chip on my shoulder about
Mm,
anybody
yeah.
that was Pinnacle adjacent.
Mhm.
So maybe now I'm learning like, hey, maybe they're all right. Like maybe
Yeah.
they're not bad. I definitely would have felt the chip about you being former agent if I
Mhm.
knew that, but I don't think I knew that. So.
Probably not. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I also think that's kind of in line with how Hector feels about Green Streak, who is the original Pinnacle that got us all together. Like, he's like,
Yeah.
I really kind of don't like that guy. He's a Pinnacle. He doesn't know. Yeah.
Like, he's been so disconnected from the community for so long.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. That feels good.
Yeah.
What do you got?
This side says, when you need advice.
Do you want this card instead?
The one I just read.
The power is in my hands. But Deanna's already made it clear that he doesn't want to be part of this
The world.
this relationship soup.
What are you gonna call it?
Soup.
Relationship soup.
When you need advice, you always go to blank, or when they need advice, blank always comes to you.
Oh, that might be fun.
The power's still in your hands.
But that might be Damien Sapna,
Mm-hmm.
which is fun and complicated.
You know what? I was actually just thinking about Sapna's hairstyle earlier today. Because, I mean, what do other people do when they're brushing their own hair? And so I think that Sapna goes to your shop to get their hair done. And it's become, because I love that, like, that hairstylist barber client relationship where, like, Sapna has struck up a conversation with Damien. Like, one day was just like this thing that happened.
You would not have had to try hard. I don't know if you have a lot of real life experience with black barbershops, but it's like 80% bullshitting and shit talking.
Yeah, try
And then,
not
like-
striking up a conversation.
Yeah, right. And like 20% haircutting.
But it's one of those things because, like, you managed to draw out some, like, actual real, like, reactions and feelings from them in a way that only barbers and hairstylists can do.
Yep.
And it's become this thing where Sapna goes in to get, like, a cleanup or whatever on their hair, and
Undercut.
yeah, you got to have those sharp edges.
Sure.
I have learned a lot about hairstyling from my show in real life. It's been kind of amazing that way. But in any case, that's not the point. The point is that sometimes they just come in not because they need a cleanup, but because they need a cleanup.
Yeah.
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 So there's been a lot of like a low key advice relationship going on
You've come to
where
the right place.
yeah.
Because I'm fairly certain Sapna doesn't go to a regular therapist, even though they should.
I'm sorry. Are you suggesting that my barbershop is not
I'm
Place for
suggesting you are
therapy?
not a licensed therapist.
licensed?
Okay.
Does
So-
this mean that Damien knows all of the drama?
Oh,
Oh,
I think that Damien has
maybe even more reason I wouldn't get involved.
yeah.
I think Damien has inferred a lot of the drama,
Yeah.
but like
Because you talked about my friend who's into someone else, but then they're kind
and
of into
then
me.
this
And then,
like really annoying woman showed up and there was this whole thing and now she's at all this stuff. And like how does
Oh.
that affect the relationship with my friend?
yep.
I'm going to unfortunately put names to faces today.
Yep.
Mhm. Hector, the
I have all the
fortunate.
soup. Well
Well-
put.
I am wearing a different face today, if that helps.
Yes, that is true. Okay, give me these cards back. Or you have one more, right?
Uno
Okay,
mas.
let's do that last one.
All right. Wait. Oh, wait, no. I mixed them up. Which one did I not do? No, here we go. Oh. Blank harmed you once, but they don't know you realize it was them. Or you harmed Blank once, but they don't know that it was you. Ooh.
So I think Kit is the one
yeah,
that's
Kid
left.
is the final.
So this one's relatively,
Spicy.
but like Kit can regenerate or like heal.
Yeah.
himself. So like,
Not a huge deal.
it could have been
Or emotional
Or
damage.
emotional damage.
Emotional.
yes.
It probably would have
All
been
about that
physical.
emotional damage.
Okay.
Because I don't see. I've already sort of set the precedent that I'm trying to avoid.
Yeah, unless it was Sapna coming out of the barbershop, you give them a big hug
Oh,
as kids crossing the street.
Oh,
Choking on
man, I'd love that. It literally took me a full second to realize that that would be damaging. I was like, friends. I don't think that would work.
I just like to see Sapna hug somebody would be like, what the fuck?
Maybe. I think I would be. I might ask Sapna about it, but I would be happy to see Sapna having a close relationship with
Yeah,
someone.
that seems
you know?
fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think maybe
Who's telepathic amongst
you know what
I
it
don't
could
remember.
be
Hector
is
isn't.
that Sapna has never talked to Kit or Caduceus about Damien.
Mm-hmm.
Secret friend.
Secret friend. Secret friend.
Friend.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe that's
That's
it.
possible.
Maybe Kit happened by one day
hmm
and just opened the door into a very ongoing conversation.
Yeah, or
unbeknownst
look
to
through
us.
the glass window, like and saw something like laughing and just
Yeah,
like in a
just
very
like a-
engaged
And
conversation.
great. No, I think it definitely the overhearing, which also would be a little bit of justice. Like open the door and heard
I don't appreciate this finding out part.
Yeah, I do.
an overheard conversation that not necessarily damning information, but just a very heartfelt conversation, and that created
Okay.
some,
Yeah.
like
Oh yeah, because even if it's not about Kit in that situation, Sapna opening up about feelings and emotions and all of that, like things to
Yeah.
someone that no one
Yeah.
else has ever met or talked to or like that they never talk about.
Yeah, because I could imagine like Sapna is, I don't know, at the shampoo part or whatever, is like staring up at the ceiling. Kit comes in and is like, oh, Sapna's here. I'll stop in and say hi. They're getting their hair cut. And you're like waiting to speak to Sapna, and then these two are talking, and you're like, I'll just Homer Simpson out of here.
Yeah. So I want to build on this because as much as this is fantastic, Kit is not a very jealous person.
Okay.
So I don't think any of this on its own would be enough to like make them feel hurt. I think it would be the like Kit comes in, sees them talking and is like, "Oh my God, I'm so like this looks great. Like Sapna's having it, and then Sapna sees Kit, and immediately, like, maybe their face falls of like, oh, I don't want you here. And it's this feeling of like, oh, and,
Oh.
and maybe it's not what Sapna meant, but then Kit takes that inference as
Like-
like,
Automatically, the mask comes back on.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
that, like,
Metaphoric mask.
Kit's here, therefore the emotions go back on lockdown.
Yeah. And so it's like, oh, my friend is not happy to see me for some reason.
Mm,
Aw.
And this person is here. And there is some connection there that I don't understand.
this sucks
But
and I
it
love
makes it
Mhm.
awkward because I know something was happening. So it's more like what has happened? Why has this happened?
Somehow
Yeah.
I went from being in the relationship soup, which I avoided, to being right in the middle of the friend soup.
Yep.
You can still hurt me physically.
No, too late. It has been spoken. I was gonna say that I punched somebody through a wall and you were on the other side of it.
right.
This was my whole initial idea, but different voices have added in, and it became a story. It's been told. I believe in the power
Sure.
of storytelling. It's over. It's in the world.
I love it. Okay. Everybody.
At least you're not like, you don't have like the red line of destiny to anybody going on.
So real. How recently do we think this happened, by the way?
5 minutes ago.
Well, I think we said it like you all had been back for a week or so while you were like trying to
Yeah.
correlate the research and like coming up with leads and then realizing this warehouse was gonna be a good lead.
If you don't mind, I want this incident to have happened around the time we did the luchador fight for.
Oh yeah, when it was all snowy out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That makes sense.
So a few months ago.
Yeah.
And of course it never came up.
Mm-mm.
Well, I think that's a wound that you can claim to have been healed. Claim.
Hmm. Yep. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Cool.
Here we go.
All right. So good game, everybody. Thanks for coming. That's been episode
Night.
20. Sorry. I love this shit. This is what I'm here for. Okay. So, gathering in the parking lot of this, like not abandoned warehouse, but currently unrented warehouse.
Unoccupied?
Whatever.
Empty. You could have just said empty.
Made up words. No one believes that's a word, Dion. Just making shit up.
Are we back with the interstitial?
No.
Oh, I just make.
Yeah, because I can't word. That's what the interstitial's just me. Okay, so this empty parking lot has there's cracks in it, grass growing through. It's always wet in Seattle. Like that stuff can grow everywhere. It's wild. And it is December, so it's cold, but a lot of the snow got rained away. So there are piles like where the snow plows had put up a big pile of snow. There's some like chunks of that left over here and there because it's still, cold all the time. It's like, high 30s at night and then, gets up in the 40s during the day. The parking lot has some, there's like some icy patches and some grass that just refuse to go away just because it's winter. Like, screw you. I don't care if it's winter. Look what I had to grow through to get here.
I'm alive.
But the various people assemble, and the Azalea Avenger, who was invited, arrives in costume. I don't know that we had established what her costume looks like.
Flowers.
Oops, all flowers.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just very tastefully wreathed flowers that kind of look like art.
Okay, cool.
You do not have to go with that. I'm just joking because we said that she's very sensual and flirtatious.
Yeah. She's
But it's not
like,
good
yeah,
armor.
her superhero identity is very flirty, or has been, because that identity has never been around Kit / Caduceus before. So it's kind of like, you know, inviting your friends to meet your other friends and how that might go. And you're like this way at work, but then you're this way, right? You know, it's like, what are you going to do? But yes.
What if the armor was all petals laid like dragon scale?
Oh, yeah,
yes.
for sure. Yeah, she could grow that
Yes.
easy. So, petals as scale mail armor. Love it.
That's good.
Cool. Okay, so the Azalea Avenger arrives. Now I know at the Luchador match, La Novia Negra had like a whole like wedding train, like veil and all that kind of stuff. What does she wear? Like, what's her costume look like to fight crime? Because wedding dress is a lot.
I think it's probably like a chopped down version of it because like
Oh, sure.
I think her mind space probably isn't like I'm gonna think this out completely thoroughly.
Sure.
Right? Like she's just like I just want to go do it.
Yeah, and this is a cool ass name, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna chop the bottom off this dress and
Mhm.
go.
And keep the veil and yeah.
Yeah, okay. Cool. Oh, the veil is the
Veil?
mask.
Mhm. Yeah.
Cool. That's good.
Yeah. It's all black. It's like a black death kind of like bride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like black wedding dress, kind of. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. We also have Neutron showing up in the parking lot in the outfit that we described. Can you give us Silent Scream's outfit again?
So, Silent Scream's costume is basically like an armored up, almost like Punisher feel, but without all the connotations of how the Punisher's been co-opted.
Yeah.
But it is like that black cargo pants, black, like, you know, shirt underneath a black, like, hoodie situation, like the zip up, but with the pockets on the sides and all of that, like a big hood that comes across their, up over their face or over their head, and then a full face mask that is a shape of like a person's face but screaming, but their mouth is way too big, so it's almost like, you know, the Scream painting, the Scream like horror movie mask, but it is like much more realistic than that.
That is horrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've always imagined the hooded cloak part of it is like almost like Jedi robes. Is that like maybe more fitted, but kind of that like big, like loose hood kind of thing?
Yeah, for the hood part, it
Yeah,
is.
okay.
It's like that ginormous like cavern
Yeah. Okay.
situation. But I've always kind of imagined the rest of their costume has that kind of like cyberpunk, but like
Like buckles and straps kind of stuff.
yeah,
Okay.
and lots of pockets.
Sure,
Because
pockets.
you have to be able
Gotta
to
have
put
pockets.
your ill-gotten gains somewhere.
Sure. You mean legitimate salvage?
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay.
Looting.
Yep.
Yeah.
So remember also when you had showed up, Vagabundo,
Mm-hmm.
it was not with Bill initially, and Bill had radioed to say like, "Is it okay if I come along?"
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good, because I'm here.
Yeah.
Right. So you also get this like, I'm really excited to show you something.
What Bill?
So Bill had landed on the roof
Mhm.
and like just like slowly lowers because he's got his little gravity drive, right? Slowly lowers down, and Bill has digitally painted, so he could change it, but he's
Mhm.
digitally painted like luchador costume onto his like kind of white and chrome
Mm-hmm.
appearance. And it's like matches. It's very much like your
Yeah, yeah,
costume with little changes because he's not just copying. It's whatever. He just came up with his own idea. But yeah, he appears as
Sweet.
luchador power armor.
And the funny thing is like because Sapna and Hector knew each other from high school, like they've gone way back. Like their costumes are pretty close.
Yeah.
Like it's the same thing. Like hood. He has like a big jacket on that has like some sort of body armor under it, and with like like what's that stuff like the anti-sweat stuff.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, and
Yeah.
then like he has the pants,
Under Armour kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Under armor.
the combat boots. He has like spikes on his shoulders. He has like a calavera mask that goes under the hood.
Yeah.
The eyes are blackened out, and then on the actual jacket is like the floral embroidery from like a mariachi.
That's
Like
awesome.
that, yeah.
I'm getting very Antonio Banderas situation going on from like
It's fine by me.
that movie where he carries the case around.
Desperado.
Oh yeah.
Eli is my movie name person today.
Yep. Okay, so that's cool. And how does Caduceus enter the chat?
I'm muted. Hello. Caduceus is wearing his little buddy suit, which is a suit that is kind of blacks and yellows that is made out of a material that he can alter as needed because it is very close to human. It's not human.
It's an organic, live
It's organic.
texture. Yeah.
Also has a small like eye mask across his face, but the complete lower half of his face is completely different from Kit's. He has altered it, so a bit of a stronger jaw, a bit of a different nose, and then additionally the body is a few inches taller and more muscular than Kit is. So the costume is the clothes and the costume is the body.
Got it. Did we get... Okay, we got Azalea, we got Bill, we got Neutron, we got La Novia Negra, we got all of you. Okay. It's a very small party. This is easy. No problem.
There's so many people.
Um,
Nobody get hurt, please. There's too many of you.
yeah, that would never happen. Okay, so couple things as we get here. We know Hector. You know that Damien is Neutron.
That's
Yeah, we established. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Has Sapna or Silent Screen run into Neutron before?
I'll leave that one up to you.
I don't like the idea that we only know each other as Sapna and Damien.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I guess the next question is, he knows that El Vagabundo is a teammate with Silent Scream.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I wouldn't, if I knew you're a superhero, I would know your team.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, but you just don't know that Silent Scream is a customer of yours.
Right. I know that. Right.
Okay, Silent Scream, you have an always-on power.
I do.
I need you to roll it.
I think it's just
Say
'cause-
always on.
Always on, yeah. You know, it's kind of like Cyclops. Like he has an always-on power. It's just he has a device that
So
helps him.
controls it.
Yeah.
Right.
Sapna sort of has a device like that, but it takes some practice.
well, F you too. It's a pair of fours.
That's fine. You like heard. I assume you have your cell phone with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. You heard Neutron's phone. You're like, oh, that's private. I shouldn't snoop. Damien, what?
Also, the second he speaks.
Well, oh yeah, you would identify the voice
you would know my voice.
immediately.
Right.
But so between those two things, like hearing the voice and hearing the cell phone, like, hello, I'm Damien's cell phone.
Damien's cell phone has entered the chat.
Yeah. So, and then you're like, oh, stop listening to that. That's rude. Or maybe a little bit. No.
Rude.
So that's a reveal that you know you're barbarous here. And is also the hero known as Neutron. I think you've definitely heard of Neutron. Like he's like doing a lot of good stuff around the neighborhood. So like
And has been dropping my name as like
giving you credit
defender of the innocent
Yeah.
and stuff, which
I hate
Silent
to
Scream
do
does not
this.
want to be perceived.
I have managed like 4 beverages in the last hour. Can you all vamp for a minute? Because I
Oh,
might
yeah.
die. Okay, thank
Go,
you.
go, go.
I'll be right back.
I also do feel like it's very funny that
amongst yourselves.
Hector and Sapna both are like, oh, I know who Damien is, and then it's Neutron, and then Kit as Caduceus is like, Hey, it's Neutron. Have you met Neutron? Do you know this guy?
Like, never seen them before. Definitely didn't step into that shop for 2 seconds months ago.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know who you are. I'm like, oh, it's cool. It's Neutron.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I'm
Uh,
in the dark.
I think Hector's vibe would be like, oh, I guess I should have reached out to you. It seems like we're going in to take out where those drugs were coming from.
Did we ever establish how I got in the loop?
We can say that because we retconned that y'all had looped in on this before,
Okay, yeah.
that you were like, hey, there's this.
Hey, you know that? I
mean,
that one guy. You wanna put us up to the whole operation?
Or you might have just been like you had your ear to the neighborhood. You know what I mean? You're just going around, and then it's like, oh, something's happening. Then it's like, oh, one superhero showed up. Oh, another superhero is showing up. You know,
a big part of the reason that we are here is also that more of the local heroes have been taking down these warehouses than we
And it's been in the
have.
news.
So it's very much that you could have been one of the local heroes who has been doing more of this than we have.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
I honestly thought we had said that earlier. So if
Yeah.
we had not, and it was just
Yeah.
in my brain.
Yeah. No, I think Jason did say it. Oh, so I was here first.
Sorry, if we're encroaching on territory. Good to see you.
No, glad to have the help. I just want to help the people.
Yeah. Mind if I take a quick scan?
No. Yes, I mind.
It'll take like 2 seconds.
No, you can't. It works because it's my power. Stop trying to make it make sense. It's not science.
I don't believe that.
so
problem.
last time we got into an altercation with this gang and the leadership, it was a lot more dangerous than what we encountered before. I just want to make you aware that this is definitely going to be a step up in action.
Yeah, I imagine so. The last couple of warehouses have been pretty tough. So, been getting ready for it.
Sound Scream is not at
He's
all awkwardly
back.
silent. Just a normal
Silent.
amount of silent.
I'm gonna turn out.
Because they're silent scream. It's in the name.
What
Oh,
did I
God.
miss?
So there was Caduceus asked to scan him again, and he was like, "No, stop it."
Perfect.
Someday I'm gonna figure out how that works.
Okay.
And El Vagabundo was like, "You know, this is last time we encountered this. It was a bigger fight than we thought it was going to be." To which Neutron was like, "Yeah, the last 2 warehouses I took down." I mean, the shade may not have actually been there,
I wasn't trying. Yeah, it wasn't supposed to be.
but
just
but this is
coincidental.
how Sapna and Silent Scream view the world.
Sure. Okay. That's great. I think there has to be a moment of like Rosalinda Novia Negra is going to Azalea Avenger because they're like tight crime fighting buddies, and probably assumes Azalea's gonna flirt with her, right? It's like, hey, what's up? You know, this is a high five or whatever, and like, and then Azalea suddenly is like a little different in this moment of like, wait a minute, I can't. I'm who am I? So I wonder if I'm missing my microphone.
I'm so sorry. You're just a tiny bit tinny to me. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I mean I'm also trying to lose my voice, so I'm doing my best here.
Oh.
You're out, Colin. You sound like a echoey business.
Okay, what about like that? Is that any better? Here we go. New sound check.
Oh,
Okay.
there you are.
Okay,
Yeah.
terrific.
Also,
I'll also
need
not
to
wander
sit down,
around in
sorry.
my seat like I usually do.
How could you?
So the there's a little back and forth with Azalea and Rosalinda, and I think there is some. I've got to split this party up. This is an enormous number of people. Rosalinda suggests that she and Azalea take this like over route because also she doesn't want to walk through a sewer. She's like, oh, I've got a pretty good idea where this is supposed to come out. Why don't we circle around there and we'll meet you there if you all are gonna explore that. And so there is some back and forth eyes with Azalea to Kit or Caduceus of like, I guess we're gonna go over here.
Good idea.
Oh, is it?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I mean, I
go.
think superheroes should do what they need to do. So, sounds like a good plan.
Hector's clocking this conversation is like super weird because he doesn't know
Yeah.
Azalea Avenger. Like,
It's awkward
don't
for no
superheroes
reason.
just do superhero stuff? Like,
Yeah.
what are we talking about?
Yeah.
He's in Bill,
Sure.
sure, and then he's just like
You mean you're inside of Bill?
literally,
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I just assumed that was the case.
And he says, "Well, are we ready to go?"
Whenever you are.
Okay. So we have your crew. Oh, and but just to reset things, I think Chainsaw was supposed to be here and was coming from Gupta's place, but
I feel
slipped.
like Chainsaw's phone forgot to get charged.
Yeah.
and we just couldn't.
Because they're busy.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I also like this because I think there's like a moment when he doesn't answer that Sapna's like, oh, let me just, never mind.
Yeah.
He's busy.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, good. Enge's in the chat. Hey, Enge. Hope you're feeling better soon.
We miss you.
So, right, we're heading down into the storm drain. It is quite dark in there. I assume people have like flashlights or whatever. Like the darkness is not the enemy here. But there's a grating inside the like basement level of the warehouse, and you open that up, and you kind of have to like squeeze through it first, and then it opens up into a space that, like, if you're over 6'6", you'd have to like hunch over a little bit.
Mhm.
But I don't think anybody's that tall, or maybe with.
I go to 6'8" just so that I have to be like, it's so difficult.
Oh, so tall and strong.
yeah. Hector is 5'10",
Okay.
so wherever we could say, yeah, he has to lean over.
Yeah, maybe just a little bit with
Yeah.
Bill. Like, yeah, Bill's a bulky machine. Raise your hand if you have dark vision.
Does echolocation count?
Yes. But you all head down there. And before long, you can see, okay, this is a storm drain. We get, like, it's headed towards the ocean. That's what storm drains do. And so apparently this was never a place where they were worried about, like, chemicals washing down or anything like that, because no one would just drain chemicals into the ocean. That'd be crazy. But partway through, you come upon so this whole thing is like maybe 10 feet wide, right? So you're going along maybe two abreast or staggered or whatever. There's the 5 of you down here.
I guess like after like a few feet of us walking down there, you would see the power armor turn to neutron and be like, "Oh, I have a question. Is it okay if I start a chat with all of us in our minds?"
Oh, yeah. That's good. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you would have had it before when we did the
When we
thing
did
originally.
whatever,
Yeah.
Yeah, like, hey, can I fold you into our telepathic group chat?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Are you trying to keep Rosalinda and Heather in that?
Well, there's a distance thing, so I don't know.
Oh yeah, let's call that a little bit complicated for this.
Okay.
Like that's like the super easy chat that we don't have to roll for is like your line of sight kind of
Yeah.
thing, or like pretty close.
Yeah.
But then if you wanted to loop them in, I just want to have you roll for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He would. Just to increase the tension.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
That they're who knows what they're talking about.
Who knows?
Okay, so as you're moving down into this space, you can see it just continues on a long ways in a straight direction because it works well for drains. But then there is a section of the wall that is just rubble, and there's a pretty big hole, like a 5-foot wide hole that looks like it's been blasted. There's like a lot of the chunks are cleared off to the side, and it seems like it's not like it was just blasted, right? It was like blasted, and then people have been going in and out of here, right? So there's a walkway through, the rubble is moved off to either side, and in looking in there, you can see you're kind of at the top edge, looking down into a like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle size sewer, great big circular opening with walkways on either side, and then water in the middle.
Why'd you say water's so weird?
Because I don't want to get gross. Water that's going to the waste treatment plant is in the middle of this, and it's just a quick little drop to get down in there.
Sure.
But it does seem like a real deliberate divergence from what was happening before. So, do you want to go in there, or do you want to just keep going the other way?
Let's probably keep going. I mean, that seems like danger. And
Just as long as the path we take ends at a restaurant, like a Chili's.
exactly. Pizza place.
I'm sure it will.
Definitely we jump in. I also do want to say, Caduceus, now that we have parted and become a 2 group, is definitely distracted and is just constantly like pinging to find Heather's like bio signature, just a constant bead and tag on her.
Just as a side note, I made a stability roll for Hector for him not to do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
To keep track of Rosalinda.
Make none.
Yeah. Good.
I'm being messy.
Okay. Let's have you roll do a sensory check then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now last week we added a wiggle die to our powers, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Just wanted to remember which one it was.
Got rid of a roller and added a wiggle die.
Yeah.
Okay. 3
this is your
tens.
biokinesis power, right?
It's technically rolled into my biokinesis power, yes, but it doesn't draw willpower to do this. It's just
Oh yeah, this is the one that doesn't have direct feed or something. Okay.
I got 3 tens.
Oh great. Okay. Yeah, you have a very clear sense of where Heather is, and also Heather is experiencing a strange mix of neurochemistry, of things like adrenaline, things associated with excitement, things associated with worry and anxiety. But of course, you're not a mind reader, so who knows?
I'm sure that's normal.
Yeah.
And all I listen, if there's an ouch syndrome, an ouch pain receptor that goes off, then
Sure.
we'll have a problem.
Sure. Worth noting, however, that they are, or at least Heather, is headed off, like continuing in a straight direction following where the storm drain goes. When you all stop to look at this thing, they're already like a couple blocks ahead. Because, you all had to like get down there and get situated, and you're moving a little bit slowly because some of you are hunched over. So they're a couple blocks down the road if you were to keep following the storm drain. Not necessarily aware of the hole to the TMNT sewer.
Silent
Did you catch that part before you left?
scream.
I'm sorry. What?
The hole in the wall where it goes?
I had missed that part.
Oh,
because I was
okay.
in the bathroom,
So in the storm drain, you all found there's a great big hole in the wall, and you're looking down kind of from above into a big circular like TMNT style sewer with walkways on either side and water to be reclaimed moving through the middle. It's probably no more than like 2 feet deep, but that's a thing. And
I'll call out the sonic lasso for our errant team member.
That was what I was about to ask you to do. Yeah, I think Caduceus is like, don't ask how I know this, but I think those two have gone too far. You
Okay,
know how I know
so you're
this, it's
gonna
fine.
send your voice out there to. Okay, who are you reaching out to?
You know what? I'll reach out to the Azalea Adventure.
Okay. So yeah, she hears your voice and like she goes, like you surprise her a little bit. She's like, "Oh, cool. So I mean, Silent Scream. What's up?"
We found something back here. Just backtrack.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Well, what if? Yeah, I mean, is there something there, or what'd you find?
There's a branch off this tunnel.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe it's better if we check this one and you check that one.
Could be. I mean,
Wait, hang on, Purse Snatcher, and suddenly there's a lot of like running noises.
she got caught up in something.
And Kit or Caduceus, you note the spike in adrenaline.
Is everything okay?
Purse snatcher?
Got it.
In the storm drain?
No, they're above. They're on
they're
the
above
street.
it.
They're on the street.
Oh,
Yeah.
I had missed a very important
Okay. Yeah.
piece of
The split off
information.
was Azalea and Novia Negra took the street level to follow the storm drain as far as it would go above, just in case there was some other clue or another perspective to get. So they were just traveling on street, and
I had this. I thought it was like they were, and like we.
right.
This makes so much
That
more
would be
sense.
confusing.
Purse snatcher.
Cool. Let's go down the hole.
Okay.
But like before we, I'll just let her know. It's like, okay, we're gonna investigate on this end.
Yeah. Copy that.
Yell if you need any assistance.
Okay.
I'm sure you've
So is
got
there-
this.
Is there a limit to your density?
On which end?
The heavy end.
I can get to the point where I am heavy enough to almost have my own gravitational pull. So quite dense.
Okay.
Like I will become very heavy.
Mm-hmm.
Think.
I mean, there are small asteroids that have
Yeah.
microgravity. Like,
Yeah, think like asteroid size, beyond a bulldozer, beyond an excavator, like very
Sure,
heavy.
sure.
Yeah.
Do you think that getting bigger would make you able to be even denser than that?
So Hector just jumps down the hole.
yeah. Like,
Yeah.
No, I
your little
do. We're
gravity
doing
belt
this while
lowers
we're
you and-
walking. I think. Yeah.
Yeah,
uh-huh.
this is just
It-
as you're.
No,
We're all in the sewer at this
it
point.
would,
Yeah.
it would work against it. The bigger I get, the less dense it would be because the volume. So I work off a balance of volume and density. So
Oh, so
because
you
I stay the
can.
same size, by adding more mass, I become way more dense.
Right.
If you're
Right.
bigger, that would take away from that.
Right. But if you had more mass to pack density into,
Oh, never tried it. Don't know. Have no idea how that will work.
huh?
Only ever been this size.
Interesting. Just wants to
So yeah,
get in there.
I jump down and make myself less dense
Oh yeah, so
so
you
that I don't have to.
feather. Yeah,
just
Featherfall.
float
Mm.
right just
Yep.
above the poop water.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's a walkway. There's a walkway on either
Yeah,
side.
it's,
So
it's also half. It's okay. I'll float.
okay. Yeah. So yeah, we're drifting there. There's also some indication. Let's see, how obvious is this? I just think like it wouldn't take much of an investigation check. You look around, you can find there is less like dust in one direction that is like kind of 90 degrees to where the storm drain was going, but it's pretty clear which way traffic has been using this entrance. So we'll head in that direction, I assume.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh. We really should have just given them earpieces.
Yeah, probably.
We're headed, and I'm assuming Sapna knows cardinal directions in a way that Pooja.
Does Sapna know cardinal directions better than you?
Yes, because it's something I've always wanted, and this
Oh, okay.
is my
Okay, then.
hero,
Yes,
and
it's
I
your
could,
fantasy.
I
Yes.
could make them know cardinal directions if I want
Yes.
to.
Perfect.
So we're headed northwest in the branch.
All right.
Just FYI.
Okay. So you all hop down there, and now I would like to just have everybody roll. It's not called perception. It's called
Scrutiny.
Oh, it is called perception. Everybody roll perception, please. And I'm just gonna go with the highest roll gets the candy.
Oh, I like candy.
Wow.
Dun, dun,
2,
dun,
3.
dun,
Hey,
dun,
my
dun.
hand full of dice
I
was
have
the
enough
right number.
dice.
I love that.
Need one more, please.
Highest total, so I'll have to do math.
No. The highest match.
Pair
Oh,
of pair
None of
eights.
You got no matches?
it's perception, right?
Yeah.
That's 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. 5 dice can come up. 5 cards straight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you get a run? It doesn't matter. I'm just curious.
Oh wait. Oh, I did get a match. Never mind. 6.
Sixes?
I thought it was the dice were
Oh,
full, so I
yeah,
thought it was
yeah.
6 and a 9.
Sure.
Yeah,
Nice.
a pair of sixes.
But no.
Huh?
Nice, but no.
Nice. Pair of eights.
8s,
Pair of tens.
10s,
Prize
Sevens.
for you.
7s. Wait, is there an NPC here?
Bill.
No.
Oh,
Let me
Bill.
roll.
Bill doesn't roll.
Oh. Oh.
Bill's paying attention to you.
Well, I'm gonna say that he figured it out.
Okay, you got the 10s?
Yeah.
Right? Okay. So, one of the things you've noted here, it seems a little strange. There are these like long black marks on the wall. And some of them are a little wavy, but it's like they're in straight lines or they're like kind of a gentle arc or whatever. It's almost like you can see there's some like rudimentary art that somebody's tried to make. It's not paint, right?
Mhm.
But it's like scorched. Like part of the wall is scorched. Some of it is like stick figure drawing. Some of it's like, oh, maybe it's a silhouette, like whatever. But yeah, you just notice that like some of the markings on the wall are scorched into the like slimy bricks.
Okay.
And that's unusual because you've never seen that. I don't know how much time you spent in sewers, but you've never seen that before.
Minimal time. in
Okay.
sewers.
I assume you pointed out to everybody. Okay. At this point, I would like everybody to roll Streetwise if you have it. If you don't have any dice in Streetwise,
Streetwise.
please don't roll it.
I see you on my sheet.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
It just not naming names, but
Uh-huh. Literally, the moment you said that, my box highlighted.
Uh-huh.
It's like, that's rude.
I was trying to make sure I had the right row to double check.
Pair of fives.
5s, okay.
Pair of sixes.
I got 3 7s.
Oh, okay. Let's do the 7s then. You remember there has been a crop of, we'll call it street art. It's not very good, right? But some street art has been showing up in like alleys around the town and stuff like that of this like scorch art, I guess.
Okay.
And it is this like all the lines are like about 3 inches thick, and it's whatever you could do with a 3-inch thick line drawing, and there are varying degrees of beginner level art, right? It's not great, but this is definitely something you've seen turn up around town.
Okay.
And let's see, with 7s, Oh yeah, so none of these are signed, but you remember you've seen one was on the wall of the barbershop, and you had to get it cleaned up, but it was signed the Laser.
Gotcha. All right. I tell everybody, hey, I've seen this before. Once with a calling card, they called themselves, I don't know, the Laser.
With a Z or an S?
Oh,
That's
it's got to
real
be a Z.
question.
Thank you for that. I wasn't thinking that, but
I'm
that's
really upset
correct.
you asked because the assumption was S before that.
Yep, but Z is way worse.
Mhm.
It's
Much like 2 times with a Z.
Yeah, yeah. So I just want to know how do you express this information to the folks that
I
are with you
would
here?
be pissed because this would remind me of the time at the barbershop. So as soon as he said
You had to get
something
out there and
loud,
like
I
scrub the
Ah.
wall.
this fucker again.
Yeah.
Like, just pissed off. And then everybody, of course, was like, what do you mean? And like, whoever this little asshole is, burned up the side of my barbershop that I have to get cleaned up. Calls himself the Laser with a Z.
Yeah.
But not Major Laser. Just the Laser.
It'd be Lieutenant Laser if it was anything. Okay, so there have been some rumors around town. If anybody feels like they would be plugged into local vigilante rumors, speak now or forever hold your pieces.
I think Hector would be.
Do I
Okay.
need something on a piece of paper?
No, you just tell me if you're plugged into local vigilanteism.
Probably me as well.
Okay. All right. So the two of you have heard there is so this character, the Laser, has also been a little word of mouth. They're out here like trying to help some stuff, but it's almost always gone wrong. You know, like they like overwhelming force, and like they tried to take out a person snatcher by lasering the guy in the legs and like put him in the hospital. You know, like come on, man. Like that is excessive. And there was one situation where he had to do a whole bunch of community service because he cut an ambulance in half. It didn't hurt any, well, like didn't kill anybody, but like it was bad and he was in trouble. But that is his, we don't know his secret identity, right? His like hero persona got in trouble and had to do community service. And so that was,
Did you have to weld it back together?
no, that was a loss. He
Oh.
just had to go do other stuff around the community, you know, pick up trash and all, maybe burn it, all that kind of
Great
stuff.
for the environment.
Really messed up the clinic that day because we had a whole ambulance out of commission.
Yeah. That's something you would have been, or maybe you hadn't heard about this Laser character, but you did hear about the ambulance that got cut in half.
I just knew the ambulance couldn't have, yeah.
And you're like, oh, a guy did that? Well, I mean, of course the superhero did that, but like ambulances don't just fall into two pieces randomly.
But it's like a hero did that.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
It's very much like
Good intentions.
Yep.
He's trying.
Line the pathway to hell.
Yep. So, how do y'all want to proceed? It does seem like there's a fair density of these markings down here.
But it looks like art and not self-defense.
Right. Yeah, they're not just like random scoring.
I am more inclined to hurry now because I'm afraid that he's trying to fix the problem and is going to make it worse.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm.
like at this point, I'm contemplating like rocketing ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah, I think like I don't know that discretion is going to be the better part of valor anymore.
Okay.
As much as it pains me to say that. Mm.
All right. So,
let's moose.
picturing this sewer tunnel that has walkways on either side, how are we proceeding down the tunnel?
Okay, so because I'm new to this, how fast can everybody move?
There's a varying degree. Many of us are in the like 100 to 200 mile per hour
Oh,
sort
okay,
of thing.
good. That's
Yeah.
all I needed.
Yeah.
Which you can
I
accomplish as
can-
well.
Right.
Yeah, I can put dice into speed if that's something that we need to do in the moment.
Or you could call your Uber Bill, and we could carry you.
Hang
Yeah.
on the back.
Bill
Just
can
strengthen
float
up
and
my
fly, which
fingers.
is cool.
Yeah.
Spider monkey on spider monkey.
I guess I would ask like, hey, you guys want to hurry up and get down this tunnel? And if everybody was in agreement, for me,
Okay.
dense legs, fire off, lightweight.
Yeah.
Fly.
So yeah. Launch your lightweight body
Yeah.
forward. Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay. That's cool. I love the idea that you're like occasionally like pushing off of something
Yeah.
and then like whoosh, whoosh, and like yeah,
Dense hand, grab, throw.
grab
and
the
then lightweight
railing
again.
and like
Yep.
yeah. Okay. Cool.
Awesome.
That's so much fun.
Bill can just hover soundlessly, so that's also not very noisy.
I takeoff was loud. Every
Yeah,
time
yeah.
I grab, it's pretty loud.
You like bend the
I've not been
railing
subtle.
and you're like
nothing about my
whoosh,
character is
yeah.
subtle. Sorry.
I mean, you say sorry, except my flight power is
Is-
So
part of
loud.
a sonic boom.
yeah.
Oh, you're gonna deafen all of us. We're in a
Yeah.
we're in a tunnel.
Technically, I can make that not happen.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I do because
Okay.
you know, I'm petty, not rude.
Yeah. Okay. And we have so is Caduceus ride along with somebody or running with speeds or what's up?
I'll do a ride along. We'll
Okay.
use our willpower right in the beginning.
Okay. So you're riding with Bill?
Yeah, just a little clinch.
Okay. Cool. And Sapna, this procession is, even though you could direct your power, there's some noise happening, especially with this guy, Neutron. Do you want to try to dampen the approach, or what are we just not that worried about it?
Yeah, let's if we can have discretion and speed, I want both.
Okay,
Give
so
me my cake, I will eat it.
I want to have you do a multi-action for me because it is going to matter now.
Okay.
You've got your sonic boom power.
So that's 7, and I'll lose a hard die out of it.
Oh, I see. So you have to do sonic boom and distortion.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sonic boom is 7 dice, distortion is 7 dice.
Oh, that's true.
Okay, so then technically the one with hard die is a lower quality power. Oh wait. Yeah, they're the same number of dice, so you actually get to pick, and of course you would pick the distortion dice. That is better. You lose the hard die as the penalty, so you have 4 dice to roll and 2 wiggle dice to assign.
Great.
And you need 2 matches to make this happen. You have 2 wiggle dice. What could go wrong?
I have a pair of 8s and a pair of 6s.
Okay, so one of those is flight and one of those is stealth. Which would you like?
Stealth will be the 8s, and flight will be the 6s.
Okay. We are proceeding. All of you hear the sound is deadened quite a bit. It's not that you're deafened, but it's this, reverberating, that's not what's happening. Even though you can feel the impact of these sonic booms to some extent, it's quiet. Right, I have to roll something.
I think, in deference to the fact that it is Sonic Boom does have an obvious tag on it, that
Oh, that gives me a bonus to.
that
Wait, are you flying at supersonic speed?
Sonic speed.
Sonic speed.
Yeah. They can move at the speed of sound, not beyond. They're propelled by sonic booms.
Oh, there we go. I was like, then where's the boom coming from? That's their propelling agent.
Yes.
That is also terrifying.
Uh-huh.
That I've kind of in the back. It's almost like you're hearing it from a ways behind us instead of where it is happening.
And
It's like an exhaustive sound, is what I'm trying to say.
and what was your stealth roll?
8s.
8. Okay.
Your dice are so mean to
Can
me.
I?
This was
jump in real
disrespectful. In fact, I got 3 9s.
quick? Rude.
What'd you say?
Does Hector know about Sapna's infatuation with Kit?
Oh. Well, Sapna, were you here to be
The
attacked?
disrespect right as Pooja took a drink.
My bad. Failed my perception.
Infatuation.
Yeah.
It's such a pointed choice of words.
Super pointed.
Pooja, are you okay if we do a roll about it?
I want to do a roll about it.
Okay. So then, let's have you roll your telepathy. And
No. Just do conversation because we're friends.
No.
Oh.
I know, but it's also like a vibe that might be hard to miss, right? Like,
He would kind of think. I mean, if he picked up on it, he still wouldn't pry
Okay.
the conversation.
okay, so not telepathy. Then we do have to. There is a roll for this.
Okay.
We're gonna roll empathy versus performance.
Where's empathy? Oh.
Because I don't want to call it lying. I don't think you're lying
Mm-mm.
to him.
I would not lie to you.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, they're friends, so, like, would it have just come up?
I don't think so.
Not unless
I-
you pointedly brought it up.
But if you want to, I think that's what this is like. Why you might bring it up is the result of this roll. What do you got?
3
Okay.
9s.
That's way better than me.
Okay, so you have concealed this in general.
It's not that I am actively trying to hide it from you specifically. It is that it is already awkward enough.
Yeah,
And
well-
it is
Because Hector's going to say stuff that he may or may not have said if he would have known.
because it is embarrassing.
Sure.
Because I think as we're kind of flying, Hector mind slips a little bit.
Uh-huh.
And he's just kind of thinking in the group chat and not really like thinking about that he's in the group chat.
Yeah.
And he's just like, superhero partner seems super weird.
And you're thinking partner in terms of like romantic partner,
Right.
Yeah,
As
okay.
in like Lenovia Negra and Azalea Avenger.
right?
Because he doesn't know.
You get a little like mental image
Yeah.
of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You feel Caduceus's hands like slip and go, hup, and literally has to like catch back on.
I ignore
Caduceus.
all of that information, not relevant.
Caduceus,
I don't need it. I don't need it.
Caduceus, make a stability check.
So weird to me. Hey, guess what? My stability is back up, baby.
Yeah.
We're in
7 dice. What could go wrong?
7 dice.
I need 4s
1,
or
2,
better.
3, 4, 5, 6. How rude. 7.
Okay.
Wait, no. I
Oh.
was counting out the amount of dice I had.
Oh.
3 10s.
Oh, okay. You keep your shit together.
I get to get a willpower.
Yeah. Gain a willpower. If you're not maxed out. Okay. So we've got you have this side thought.
Mhm.
Sapna, what's your reaction to that?
Leaking.
Oh.
Also, I'm like trying to like do that thing where it's just like, I'm not trying to broadcast to the group chat. I am trying to just like, this thought is here in the front of the public front of my
yeah,
brain,
you posted this in general.
where the public is Hector.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't think you have to worry about the Azalea Avenger and Lenovia Negra.
But specifically for him.
It's just in the
Yeah.
on the serving tray in the foyer.
In terms of like, you don't have to worry about your daughter. Is the like
Mhm.
spirit of what you're thinking, right?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. I just wanted to have a context for that.
Okay.
And you know, you get a little bit of this telepathic slip of like, oh, he's worried about these two. Like, who knows why, but like,
Yeah.
Mhm.
that's a pretty normal thing to think. Like,
Yeah.
it probably is complicated to have a superhero romantic partner. Like,
I have
Wow.
been doing these warehouses for a while now.
yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Now, okay though. Actually,
Yes, I love it.
you have done some stuff with Azalea Avenger, separately, La Novia Negra, and the three of you have wound up in the mix together.
Okay.
And you know what? They are fucking flirty.
You made it relevant.
And not just one way. La Novia Negra is giving it right back.
But to me, that's just them.
Yeah,
That's-
it's just witty repartee.
yeah.
But you kind of thought, like, in your mind, you're like, oh, maybe they are a couple.
I would have already assumed that.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, it wouldn't be weird if you're like, wait, aren't they a couple?
Yeah, I
in
would.
this situation?
I would definitely think. I thought they were a couple. Why did you make this relevant? You did. So yeah, I don't know. Does that get everything I think get broadcast?
Unless
Or do
you
I have-
clamp it down. But if your initial thought was like, I thought they were a couple, like,
Yeah, I'm not intentionally clamping that down.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I guess that goes out to the.
there's no reason not to say you're
Right.
like making conversation with these new acquaintances.
I wasn't
that-
even trying to make conversation. It just
Yeah, yeah.
was the thought.
Yeah, but I mean, you have like some heroes who you know and admire, and
Oh, but yeah, he didn't say who. I don't know who his daughter is.
no, I don't think you know that
No,
there's a
you just
daughter
got the-
relationship or
Right.
Yeah.
what their secret identities are.
Right.
Just that he's having this innocuous thought of like,
Yeah.
Oh, but you said it.
No, I
Uh,
didn't broadcast it. I laid it out as a
She went into the DMs.
yes.
Yeah, but
Okay,
Hector's
so
thought
good.
did come.
Good.
Hector's
I
thought
don't
did
have
come
any.
with a
I don't have
resulting
any information
picture.
that made it relevant to me.
right.
So
Right.
irrelevant. Push forward. I need to go get this fucker that burned my barbershop.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So
The steadfastness with which you resist getting pulled into the mire of our drama.
Not
It will
mine.
happen. It's going to happen.
okay, but I still like.
I mean,
So did you make the remark of like I thought they were a couple?
But I didn't know who he was talking about.
Well, if you mentioned the names, right?
Yeah.
Like the Novia Negra and
Oh,
Azalea
yeah,
Avenger.
no, then if you mention the names, then yes, for sure.
yeah,
Yeah, I thought they were a couple.
yeah, like or seems like they're making it work, or like just some
Nope, that's
kind
already
of
too much. It
Oh,
would've just
okay,
been
okay,
like,
okay,
I
okay.
thought they were a couple.
okay.
Yeah.
Because that's how I would have like. I thought they were a couple. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah,
I could
that's like
definitely
my whole
see
thought.
Bill with Caduceus on the back, go like do a skip.
Yep.
let's stay focused on our goal.
Uh-huh.
Is that what comes back?
Yeah,
Yes.
Oh,
like to the entire group chat.
okay. And then my brain immediately goes, "Oh shit." Ah,
I stepped in it.
yep.
Okay. Ironically, that we're in a sewer. Okay, so everyone give me your level of distraction at this moment. I think Neutron, like, you've had a fairly innocuous, like slightly awkward interaction.
Right.
It's not super distracting.
No.
So on a scale of 1 to 10.
10 being the most distracted.
Yeah.
I'm very focused on the guy that burned.
Or
my
actually, flip it for me.
Okay, so 1 being the most distracted.
Yes.
I am at a 8 because that faux pas messed with me.
Yep.
But other than that,
Okay.
I don't want him to hurt people, and I kind of want to hurt him.
Kit, on a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being not distracted at all, 1 being entirely distracted. How distracted is Caduceus?
I think we're rocking a 3 or even a 2 because he's also still monitoring Heather. So
Uh-huh.
3 things.
Okay, I like that. Everyone's got so many names.
Vagabundo.
Vagabundo, thank you.
I would say a 5, but compartmentalizing it.
Well, it's just like, are you distracted thinking about this concept a little bit? That's all it is.
I think like the dip was like him being distracted. Then after that, he catches himself.
Okay, I'll put you at a 5. Then.
Okay.
Let's say a 5. It's like,
Because it's not irrelevant.
it's not irrelevant, but it's also like, I feel in a weird way very secure in knowing all the information. Since
That's true.
I know who everyone is,
Yeah.
I know for sure they're not a couple. I know for sure they're not a couple. It's fine.
So your distraction is on the level of what if Caduceus thinks they're a couple?
Yeah. In
I fucking love everything about this game.
but it's also like not.
We got
I think
Jason
is a
dice.
good summation.
He
Okay.
rolled 4 9s.
No, actually, so you said you were at an 8?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so that's actually, I'm going to call it a tie for you, so
Okay.
you
Oh
don't
my
have to deal with the
God.
surprise round.
Okay.
Okay? The rest of you will. You all come around a final corner, and at first you're thinking, because it's dark in here, but you all have various ways to be able to see whatever, flashlights, who knows. But it was like getting lighter. You're like, oh, maybe there's like a weird camp or so, there's like something down here. You come around the corner, and there's just this like flashbang, basically, that goes off, and it is just blinding white light, right? And you have the opportunity to just like cover your eyes a little bit, and when you blink and can see, you're a little bit like the vision's a little bit whited out, but you can see there is an end of the tunnel, and on one of the walkways, like hovering in the air between the two walkways, is this figure in a bright yellow bodysuit, like the
Like the original X-Men costumes in the first movie.
yeah, I was thinking of the like martial arts guy.
Damn.
Bruce Lee.
Jet
Yeah,
Li.
yeah, Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee's like yellow and black
Damn it.
kind of thing, except without the cool black highlights. It is just a like banana coveralls, right?
Oh, they're gay. Okay.
And with a the like green screen hoodie, like you just pull the whole thing over your head,
Yeah.
but it's yellow, and
Okay.
so
But just all monotone.
yeah, all
Okay.
one note entirely, and this flash goes off, and then he goes laser, and like lasers shoot out of his hands.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I have to roll an attack.
Do you not know who we are,
I'm
the
already-
laser?
Immediately pissed. Like
This
beyond
fucking
pissed.
guy.
Okay,
This is what we thought Blaze West was gonna be like.
so who's the fastest?
Are you talking about who has the
like,
most sense?
Moving the quickest in the
Oh.
tunnel.
Oh, speed-wise.
I don't. I definitely can't.
How
hit
many
speed
how
of
many
sound,
dice do
so-
you
Yeah.
how many dice do you have in your power?
I think we said mine was like 100, right? But I don't know.
Yeah, it might be
going
hard to
that
go
fast.
100 miles
Right,
an hour
right,
here.
right.
Yeah, like we're not going top speed.
Yeah,
here.
but
That
whoever
would be
is like the
ridiculous.
quickest and most agile is probably out in front.
Mhm.
So what do we think?
Don't we normally determine speed by how many dice are in the power we're using?
Well, top speed.
Well, that's top speed, right?
Top speed?
So
Okay.
anything under that is your choice. And
Sure.
I'm gonna read this as like Damien had kind of moved out in front because he was
Sure.
Yeah,
like
it's like I'm very
accelerating that
nimble
way.
when I go less dense. I'm incredibly nimble.
This is sad for me. Because 3 6
And it makes sense because you were focused on actually getting there.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the rest of us were having
And
drama.
I deeply,
Yeah.
deeply want to hurt this person.
It's fair.
Okay, so both of these lasers just hit your right arm as you like maybe try to like block yourself a little bit,
Right.
and they graze across, and you have to increase your density
Right.
to defend yourself, right?
Right.
But that's something you're good at. Actually, that shift that is worth a die. I'm gonna have you roll, and then we're gonna do an initiative announcement. Okay. So let's have you roll your body. Oh, which is ridiculous.
Body.
Stupid.
Ah.
So you roll 6 dice,
Uh-huh.
and then assign 3 dice however you want.
Yay.
How did I
You
do
made
this?
this character.
I know. And the idea is to get as many pairs or as
In this case, you want
The widest group of
yeah, like the widest set.
set.
Yeah.
And I get to assign 3?
Yeah.
5 threes.
Yeah. So I'm even gonna give you the ability to, like, as you come around the corner and you're like, oh shit, and you increase your density, you actually like slide onto the floor and the wall, and there's like chunks of brick flying out as you're like suddenly 1,000 pounds,
Right.
you know, just like elbowing, shouldering into the wall, and your arm is up to block these lasers. You can feel the heat of it. You're like, oh, that's really hot. It like burns your sleeve,
Right.
you know? But you're
I want to add how much I hate this person.
yeah. Oh, actually, it
Like
like
I said, he like
Sorry.
burns off the coat.
yeah, it like vaporizes your sleeve.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
It's so hot, and I cannot overstate that. Like all of you could just see this. It doesn't like smoke or churn or what. It's just dust, right? So that is worth noting,
All right.
and just reveals your bare arm underneath.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I'm just saying though, like
Not you.
maybe sleeveless trench coat is a thing. Like
one sleeve trench coat.
yeah, well, I'll get the other one off, but sleeveless trench coat.
No, one sleeve trench coat. You're right. You're correct.
Okay, so we're gonna declare actions now. You all lucked out in that you had to survive this surprise round, but Damien was out in front. So the only thing we're gonna do going forward is the three of you can't see very well right now. Okay? So if you have some ability to moderate that, we'll hear about that as part of your declared action, but you'll be at a disadvantage for anything requiring how you see. Does that make sense? Okay. The chat, Steffi, I will not stop. That is my prerogative as the GM. Sorry. So on let's see. So I think sense 2, that's Damien. Does anyone have lower sense than 2?
Sense.
Your sense is 2.
Mine's 2. Yes.
Anyone
I got
lower
4.
than that? What are you at?
6.
Kit, Caduceus?
3.
Oh,
Which is
okay.
more than 2.
All right. So you have to declare first. What are you going to do about this guy hovering in the middle of the sewers, yelling lasers?
When you say we turn the corner,
Yeah,
what is the distance between?
like maybe 20 yards.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
so sorry.
Pretty close.
I read
Yeah.
my sheet wrong.
Yeah, I was like,
Oh.
I was wondering because I was
you
like,
were higher than
always,
me.
you always declare right out.
I
right
looked
before
at the
I do.
sheet bad.
What is it, Sarah?
5.
Oh, okay, great.
All right. Yeah, no. Pain on the brain.
Okay.
I'm gonna lunge forward and no, because laser dangerous. Stay dense and charge and try to jumping punch.
Okay,
Yeah.
like tackle him out of the air or something
No,
like
no,
that.
just
Okay.
real hard dense fist punch.
Okay, it's just he's over the water.
Oh.
So you could jump out there.
Yeah.
That's not the challenge. It's just where you wind up afterwards.
Fine. I'll try to tackle him and
Off to the other
off
side.
to the
Like if
side.
you jump from one side to the other,
like bring him across.
because it's like 10 feet across, which is a
Right.
big jump for most people, but not for you, right? So,
Right.
okay. So on 3, Laser has to declare. Laser declares he is going to try to hit you full in the face with the lasers
Oh.
because clearly it didn't do anything to your arm. So he's like, oh, I know. I'll make it so you can't see. Maybe your eyes aren't laser proof. So he's totally focused on getting you out of the picture because
Sorry.
you're the one who's still like clearly coming after him. And the rest of you are struggling with vision a little bit. Okay. So then there was somebody's on 4.
Me.
Okay.
So Bill just got his recent iOS update to target douchebag. Does that help me see him?
You have you know what? Let's do a stability roll.
Uh-oh.
You do have some eye protection.
I can't pick up my dice. That is a pair of 9s.
Okay, so I'm gonna reduce your.
Actually, 3 9s.
Oh, is it?
Mhm.
Okay, so but you were all gonna have a -2 to your dice pools. You have removed your -2.
Okay.
So, what do you want to declare?
I got new powers that I'm really wanting to try, but lasers are scary. Screw it. I'm gonna charge him and try to take some of his willpower. Let's do it.
Okay.
And put it in the bill power.
Yeah. Okay. We're gonna try to drain willpower.
Mm-hmm.
That is the thing you can do. That's touch, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're also rushing it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 5 is
Hello.
Caduceus. Yeah.
Yes. I know that we got flashbanged. Is it safe to assume then that I did not see him use his hands for the lasers, or is that something I would have caught?
Ooh. Yeah. Let's not use that information yet,
Okay.
because you have a vague sense. Well, your biosense can tell you where he is, right?
Yeah, I know where he is. It's just that I don't. Yeah, I don't know how he used it. Okay.
You haven't
That only
seen
alters-
the yellow.
That only alters my move slightly. Does X-Men exist in this universe?
It did up till 2003. So whatever
Okay.
X-Men
The
we
first
had,
movie.
Great.
yeah, whatever we had through 2003 existed.
We had Cyclops.
Yeah. Okay.
So what I am going to do, since I didn't see that he used his hands, and I'm like, oh, maybe it comes from his eyes. And this guy's trying to be a hero, so I'm not trying to like necessarily hurt him, but I do want to stop him. So I'm gonna try to urge him physiologically to do this.
Oh, to put his hands over his face?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay. Cool.
that's my move.
All right, so you're trying to puppet him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yup.
We're going to have to do a trauma check.
Yes, this is an attack,
Okay.
Aren't you
even
thereby
if it doesn't hurt.
threatening his life? Now the lasers are pointed
Yeah,
point
but
blank.
but
in
he
his
doesn't.
face.
Caduceus doesn't know that. 'cause
I
he
don't
didn't
know
see
that.
the lasers come out.
Ooh.
Yeah. Now, in the world, most powered, like everyone has a power, but like most people have a resistance to their own powers.
Mhm.
Ah. Okay.
It's like anyone who can manipulate fire is at least a little fire resistant, and the more powerful you get, the more resistant you are. So that's usually the case.
Okay.
But
Yeah, it's more of a when I make people do things that they are not doing, that's scary.
yeah,
That's scary for them.
silent
That's
scream.
fair.
You can hear where he is,
Yes, I can.
but I'm gonna apply a minus. Oh, and Caduceus, you'll have a -2.
I have a
to
question.
to your dice pool.
Okay.
Since we're in the mind link and I visored it, can they know because they're after me in their mind relay?
Oh, you'd have to devote your action to providing
Okay.
that. That's a lot of information
Okay.
to pass along.
Okay.
Which, if you want to retcon your turn to
No.
think of that, like
New
that's
power.
okay. Okay. Yeah.
A cool new toy.
What
Mhm.
technology is available to me in this situation?
So actually, this guy doesn't like. He's got a cell phone on him, but there's not much else in the area. Actually, there's a fair amount of noise coming from behind him. There's like a door in the wall, right? And there's something going on back there, but there's a lot, and it's hard to tell exactly. And this guy doesn't have anything but his phone on him.
Okay.
It's in his back left pocket. Don't burn his butt, Sapna.
I wasn't going to because he has laser powers, and therefore I'm assuming he's kind of fireproof. But that doesn't stop the fact that if his phone, suddenly became very pointy and very sharp,
Oh, his phone? Yeah. Okay.
that it wouldn't basically stab him in the ass.
Okay. So you want to reshape his phone with your tech powers.
I do.
Okay. Cool. Does everyone know what
Will I
dice
still have
pool
a
to roll?
minus on that?
Yeah, you'll have -2.
No.
What?
You said, does everyone know what that's for?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, just for the distraction from not being able to see properly is pretty upsetting. So it's an emotional distraction, if you will. Look, we've established these powers are very much confidence based. So Dion, you are going to try to tackle him.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to roll brawling, which is, well, actually, you have too many dice. You can only roll 7 dice because you have 3 wiggle dice. So you can't actually roll the 8 dice there.
Okay.
But that's handy to have over. So you can never have more than 10 dice in a pool because you're guaranteed a match if you have 11 dice.
Gotcha.
You know? So that's the rule there. Everyone else know what to roll?
Mhm.
Okay. Let's roll them.
Wait. Oh, wait. You just said roll 7, not 8.
Yeah.
Instructions. I know how to follow them. And then, okay, so
Oh, I have to roll. Let's see. I know what I'm doing.
Nope. I know we talked about this power 2 days ago, Jason, but I already forgot it.
Oh, do you have, I know what to do.
Okay.
okay, question from a newbie. Would it be better to have more of a singular number or multiple pair pools?
Oh, if you want to split and do multiple things, it's good to have multiple pair pools. But if you're only trying to do one thing, you want a really wide, possibly high roll.
Merci beaucoup.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Hector, I thought we had turned the battery into a storage thing, but not something that could drain.
Well, that's what the new useful touch power is, and then the battery is what I put if I'm at max,
Oh.
because it was the focal point or whatever, focus point or whatever it was called. And
Oh, right, the telepathy touch power. Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, so you were rolling your telepathy dice.
and was it me versus him?
Yeah, versus his defense.
So do I want ones?
If you have a lot of them, then that can outspeed his defense because he has a passive defense effect.
Okay. Well, then we'll see, because that's what I rolled the most.
Okay,
of.
so the way this normally works is you say like your biggest set, like I have 3 of a kind or 4 of a kind, because we would establish the biggest of a kind first, and then we just stage down from there. So I have a 5 of a kind. Does anybody else on the 5 of a kind round? Okay. Anybody else? Okay, what are your 5 dice?
10s.
Oh, shit. I was pretty confident about my 5 9s.
Nope. 5 10s.
Okay, that's
You
going
don't
to
fuck with
interrupt
a
my
men's
action.
barbershop.
Right.
Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I have passive defense. Okay, so you're going to get to hit him, but it's with... we're going to reduce it by 2. Because like you try to like tackle him,
Right.
and it's like he moves faster than you can see.
Okay.
But you end up like grabbing a piece of his suit, right? And slam him against the wall that way. You
Okay.
just didn't get the like full tackle that you wanted.
Gotcha.
And your arm was at a weird angle, and you winged him into the wall, right?
All right.
But you don't have a hold of him currently, which was your ultimate goal.
Right.
Is that okay?
Yes, it was.
All right. You still did a lot of damage to him.
Mhm.
Okay, so that was, and he was gonna try to hit you in the face.
Mhm.
So I have to reduce that success pool, and yeah, actually you going first, I think that just breaks my whole attack. So yeah, that's the hands like just fly out in every direction. And then as he loses control, we'll see what happens. 4s of a kind?
4 1s.
4 1s and
4 8s.
4 8s is going to go first to make him put his hands on his face.
Okay, and just to be clear, Hector, did you get actually 4, or is that 3 with go first?
No, it's 2 with 2 wiggle dice. This power doesn't have go first.
Oh, okay. Oh, good. I just wanted to make sure that I was actually going in front of you. Yeah. And then I suppose if that succeeds, he needs to make a stability check, and so do I.
Yep. Let's make stability checks.
Let's make stability checks together.
Oh no, actually, I do get a bonus for this.
Okay.
Oh wow. Why couldn't I have got
You
that on
hit?
my attack? Stupid dice. I hate this game.
I'm sorry,
It's your fault for inviting
Mister.
me.
I'm constantly outrolling you in every scenario.
I want to win all the time.
3 9s.
Okay, so neither of you have to have a stability problem.
No, we're hanging out.
However, I need you to make a free, your like bioperception roll.
Okay. Is this also with the subtraction?
Yeah.
Okay. 9s. 3 of them.
There is a very familiar driving force in this man's bloodstream.
Jesus Christ.
This guy's amped up on sludge.
Yeah, so this guy's got sludge in his system. No way to say it otherwise. He's tripping
Okay,
hard.
he's sludged.
And I say that in the group chat.
Sure. He's sludged.
He's sludged, everyone. Get back.
Seems rude. Okay, so Hector, you've got 4 1s to
Steal willpower.
steal willpower. This guy does have a willpower stat. So
Yay!
you leap. Oh, we did get to do a stability check, right? That way-
Because he has what you call it on this too?
It's too many dice.
Traumatic.
So you both have to roll. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, that's I got
Oh, I got a pair of 9s.
I got 2s. Okay, that's fine. So we survived that part of it. And I think you drain 4 willpower.
So
Nice.
willpower gets 4.
Yeah. Yeah. You
And
just
then
have
I
to find a
think
way to note that somewhere on your sheet.
Oh, I got a pin.
Okay.
Well, I probably should use another color, not black on the black.
Yeah, sure.
I think what you guys would see in the mind's eye is the mask going from the actual mask into an actual skull, and you feel like a bunch of just like hate and rage and anger that's coming very deep from Hector that you probably have never seen from him before, and that it just kind of reaches out and it touches Blaze's like face.
Laser.
Blazer.
Sure.
That's what I'm calling him now. And you see like that appearance like really kind of ethereal and just going like through his hands, and like if his hands weren't there, it'd be going into his eyes, and then it just kind of like you feel him just kind of get a little bit more diminutive, like
Yeah.
within his soul.
Just this like almost misty light coming
Yeah.
out of Laser and into Hector
Yeah.
through
Holy
Bill.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
I thought I was doing something. I just stabbed the dude. That was
Yeah.
impressive.
So the two of you are like toe to toe with him on the
Mhm.
walkway, right? Now, unfortunately, Hector, you also are gonna absorb some byproduct, because the sludge is not just a physical component.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll get to that when we get to
Yeah.
declarations next round. I'll tell you what's happening.
I got a pair of 7s.
Okay, pair of 7s, I think, is the last thing to go, right? There's nothing else to worry about yet? Okay, and you were gonna do what?
I was gonna morph his cell phone
Oh, his
into
cell
a
phone.
stabbing implement.
Okay, I think 7s is high enough. I'm gonna just do, like, a material resistance roll. I'm gonna roll 4 dice. I think your power's gonna win.
You say that. And
Well,
yet,
what could go wrong?
everything.
Okay, just 4 loose dice. How can I get a pair of 7s or better? Nope, 3s. Actually, a pair on 4 dice is really unlikely anyway. Okay, yeah, this thing like just unravels and spikes him in the meaty butt.
Yeah, so basically his phone, like, the glass face on it shears forward to, like in all the horror movies where a pane of glass, like, gets you
Yeah.
and stabs him in the butt. And I made a 9 on my stability check to do that.
Yeah.
Or a pair of 9s, rather.
No, it's good that you got 7s because that's torso, and I feel like that's the gluteus is really torso wound. So that's good.
But yeah, I don't know if he needs to make a stability roll
Oh,
because of
does
the horrifying.
Yes, yeah, that's everybody.
My phone is attacking me.
Yeah, he's got 8s. So cool. Okay, so as we declare a new round, since 2, what would you like to do this round? So this guy is slammed up against the wall. His hands are clamped on his face. He's like, my blood! For some reason. You can't really hear. Ow! And then what he's trying to say is, you face the laser, you get burned, but it comes out too fast, and he's like kind of slurring his speech, and it's like the captions got it, right? But what came out, you face the laser, burned.
Gotcha.
And
So,
yeah,
I would know this. Damien would know this, but for Dion the idiot, the sludge,
yeah.
does it have a like, does it wear off after a while?
Yes.
So it's a temporary.
Yeah, it's like giving, cocaine or whatever. It's similar kind of.
It seems a lot more methish.
It is.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, that's better. Yeah, it's a lot more like meth. But it's not just by like it works on a level that also amps up your powers, specifically, and so it's.
So I asked
I
because
mean,
this is
medical meth amps up my powers. So
this is a genuinely care to do good guy who somehow ended up with this drug in the system, whether intentional or not, and now is not in his right mind. He's not in control of himself, right?
It's debatable because in that sense it's less like meth. In like, I think some of the things you could deduce from exposure is it has people lean into their worst selves, but it is like things they're not doing something they would never do.
But we did, when we were facing the person in the wrestling match, they definitely would not
Oh,
have tried
that's
to
right.
kill.
No,
yeah.
I have to retcon that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not retconning the wrestle match. Yes, yeah. They are, yes, yep. They are compelled to be much more violent than they would normally.
Okay, so I asked because my next action was going to be full dense power punch in the face, but I don't want to murder the guy or even get close.
Yep.
So
You want to try to pull your punch a little bit.
yeah,
Sure.
So I note for anybody, since it's my first time out with you, I don't have much. I just hit shit. I don't have
I love it.
Sounds good to me.
I hit shit real hard.
I'm down.
You
Just
need
like the
someone who
Hulk.
hits shit hard.
Yep.
I take a good punch too. So yeah, real. While I have him, at least one hand on him.
Yeah.
Try to keep him in position so I can aim
Sure.
and
He's toggling that non-lethal damage.
Yeah. The non-lethal
yeah,
damage.
not lethal. Like
Ding, ding.
I want to do as much as I can because I want to feel good about this.
No, that's why it's particularly because you have wiggle dice in the power.
Mhm.
That means you can do that. Like
Oh.
that, you're like a precision instrument,
Nice,
right?
Yes,
So
I want
That
to
is-
do. I want to do a ton, but I don't want to kill him.
Yep.
All right.
Grounded. Granted is what I meant to say. 3 is my declaration. Laser is currently compelled to keep his hands on his face.
The
Oh, those
power
are
of
probably gonna
Caduceus
break.
compels you. The power of Caduceus compels you.
Okay, so this is let's see, he's not panicking because he hasn't lost a stability check yet.
It's bound to happen eventually, considering.
Yeah, I mean, but the sludge also adds to the stability rolls, so it's yeah. Okay, so he's going to like you have like what is shoulder maybe like the part of his outfit, like
Something
in hand, and
some
then
kind
your
of
other hand
leverage.
is just gonna pound it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So you've got a hold of him. He's got his hand stuck here. What he does is like he like squares his chest off to you, and then there's this like glow
Oh, okay.
like from the
Let's
chest.
say this was not a good idea at first. But okay, yeah.
And is like the blast is gonna come from inside the house.
So it doesn't have to come from his hands.
No.
Oh, fun.
No. At least not this
Interesting.
blast.
Just keep folding, Caduceus.
Keep folding.
What is this, hench?
Okay, so the that's his declare. He's going to use his chest beam. Then
Juiced up Hector.
yeah, Hector.
Mhm.
So you have to take the most violent action you can think of.
Okay.
What do you want to do?
Be violent.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's my color.
Oh. Okay. So much
You're
violence.
more of a spring.
Yeah. I think because the Bill's weapons are kind of like whatever's, like I think that he can do maybe some sort of a little bit of metal manipulation.
Bill can.
Yeah, just to like quantify his weapons, so like maybe he can make his hands into like
Oh,
Like
his
that-
body.
Yeah.
He's a weapon. That's fine.
yeah. So I think like his hands get very like solid and just turn into like maybe like short swords or something sort of a
Yeah.
thing, and then he's
Yeah,
just
and
gonna
in
go-
your case, you're not allowed to pull your punch.
right.
So that makes sense to me. So we're gonna call that the Bill's attack roll,
Mm-hmm.
which is that last one.
Yep.
Okay, so you know what to roll.
Yep.
Ooh, lucky for you, there's no wiggle dice on that.
Or hard dice,
Yeah. Maybe you'll fail,
maybe.
but you gotta take what you roll. So,
Mhm.
but it is +1 because you're slightly sludged. That's only the off sludge. Like that's the contact sludge
I
high.
got the 7-Eleven sludge.
Yeah. It's like
It's the walking through the parking lot sludge.
yeah, it's sludge spelled with a J.
Oh, not where you think.
Yeah. Okay, that's 4, right?
Mhm.
5, Caduceus.
Hello. Oh dear. He's beaming straight from his chest, isn't he?
Yeah,
He is doing that.
Something's gonna happen.
Thumbs up. And I know he says he's so dense, but if my new best friend dies, then I can never scan him. That's gonna suck.
The priorities.
Congratulations, you have met Caduceus.
Mhm.
Oh goodness, let's see. Obviously the hands on the eyes is not important. Fido, roll over.
What I don't understand.
I'm gonna try to make him roll over.
Oh,
One
like
its back.
Yeah, so he shoots up, right?
Well, he's kind of like on his back right now.
well, he's
and
pushed up against the
facing-
wall.
Pushed up against the wall.
Yeah.
Oh shoot, that's gonna fuck with infrastructure.
Potentially, depending on how bad this blast is.
I can't believe that's my thought.
Fold.
You know what? I'm actually going to take the doctor route for this, and on realizing that he is all sludged up, I'm going to do what I did for the last one and start speeding up his body's processing to try to get it out of his system. I'm going to try.
Sorry.
Wow.
I'm going to try, Jason.
That was
Wow.
evil.
Dude, I'm going to try to
Do
try
the
to do no
purge.
harm, Jason.
I'm
Do the
excited.
purge.
I'm excited. Nothing bad could happen from this. Sapna, what do you want to do?
I am going to So, because I don't usually use my sonic boom powers when anyone is like around them. So, I think that would be a little probably not great to try to.
Yeah, you're not like an evocation wizard with spell shaping, you know, like it's gonna hit everybody.
Yet.
Yet. Yeah.
So instead I'm gonna because if I move forward and tuning fork the because you're gonna try to punch him, and then
Bill's gonna stab him.
Bill's gonna stab
Well,
him.
but Bill Gabundo.
Bill Bundo. Bill
Valgabildo? Vagabildo?
Cock.
I like that one.
No.
That sounds good.
That's so bad. Okay, then I am going to am I still at a -2?
Oh no, it's -1 now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, your eyes are adjusting.
Okay. So I will I'm sorry. I've spent this whole time attempting to think of something to do.
Oh,
it's
okay.
just not coming to me very easily today. But
And I will say the cell phone expended the power to do what it is. It's no longer a piece of technology. Like you turned it into a spike, and it is now just a piece of metal that's stuck in his butt cheek.
although that power does have duration.
Yeah, it's you know, if you want to adjust it, you can, but I don't think you could like fly it around the room or you know that kind of thing.
No.
But if you want to change the shape or something, I'm open to that.
How on the nose are we going to be with him being taken over by sludge?
Who?
Hector. Just a side note.
It's just a little bit.
I know, but like Bill's eyes go red.
We can if you want.
So-
Okay, and then I feel like the mind link dies too.
The mind link. Oh, just connecting everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's great.
Yeah.
So that'll tell you all something. The mind chat
Yeah.
goes down.
Okay, then I am going to you know, I think that y'all can handle what is happening, most likely. But if I
Sure.
vibe check the floor beneath them,
Mm.
and try to like make everybody prone at that point, like it's like, okay, well, Bill can fly. I know you have precision control over your density. But this guy, his hands are over his eyes. He can't see what's happening. He's already disoriented, and
Yeah, he was
like-
flying before, but yeah, he's not flying right now. So yeah.
I don't know that he would necessarily like be able to prep himself to fly. Like maybe it could catch him by surprise in a way that it wouldn't catch the rest of them. So I'm
Sure.
gonna vibe check the ground.
Okay.
You know, sorry, storm drain system, but whatever. There's already been some damage here anyway.
Sure.
I like that we wouldn't know why the link went down
Yeah.
because we also would have just seen the sort of
Mm-hmm.
evil aura, so we wouldn't know if that was
Yeah.
a you thing or a sludge thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll figure it out in a minute.
Yeah, kid, if you want to do a detector thing, that's
Sure, I'll
you want to make
split.
like a combo action, that's fine.
Yeah, sure. What could go wrong?
Uh-oh.
I'm sure it's brawling again, right?
Ooh.
Same one.
Oh no. What?
Brawling again.
Yeah.
I'm super good at rolling, Jason.
How many did you get?
This many.
Oh my god.
Okay,
Sorry.
all right.
I tipped it over, but look,
You know, I believe you. I know that you're not
my
that
dice
evil.
are disrespectful, and I'm sorry.
With multi-actions and wiggle dice, can I split my wiggles?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
You just have to take the penalty die out of your loose dice or hard dice first, then loose dice.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
I got 6 of a kind.
I definitely didn't get that.
Okay.
And you know
Uh,
I never will.
okay. So this may be somewhat problematic for our turn. I did not expect that. Okay. So the chest blast goes off, and it is not as focused as his hand lasers were. It's more explosive. And it, I mean, I must roll just to
Do I
see.
have cover for being on Bill's back?
Well, that's not the main pro. That's not good enough. Okay. So the sewer did get 2 10s. But there's going to be a collapse.
Yikes.
So we need to figure out the initial damage. And then we'll figure out if people's dice pools hold up. And then we'll figure out what happens next. Okay? Okay.
So the sewer around us is going to collapse.
Yeah.
Okay.
The street's coming in
Okay.
with a quickness. So
All right.
this is going to be a convertible sewer. Soft top, if you will. So this blast hits.
Me point blank.
Yep. What did so you were going in for an attack?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Actually, I think you're gonna luck out a little bit because you have 8 hard dice.
What?
For defense,
6.
Six.
Your defense
6.
is 6 hard dice. Okay.
I'm very dense.
I needed that sludge.
So this is
No,
this is
this is my density.
the problem of like it also has like the burning quality,
Right.
which is not great.
Not at all.
So I'm gonna have you take half of the damage. So you're gonna take. Oh my god, it's so much.
You made this guy.
Oh, okay. So you actually get to reduce some of this. So you're gonna take 3 shock. Sorry. Yes, 3 shock and 1 killing to all of your hit locations.
Jesus,
So,
oh no.
Your hit location, you see where all the hit
Yeah,
locations
yeah.
are? So a shock you put in as a slash, and then a killing you put in as an X.
Mhm.
So put 3 slashes and 1 X into each hit location. And that will mean your head location is filled up, which means you're going to be knocked out for the moment. However, this means all of you are getting a reduced blast because Neutron took the worst of it, which would have
Murdered us
disintegrated
all.
some of you.
We're not naming names.
We're not naming names, all of you.
Yeah, but it's gonna be very bad anyway. So I'm just gonna reduce the blast from there. Okay, well, it's gonna be you're gonna get most of the blast, Hector, because you were right next to him.
Mhm.
But we're still gonna reduce it to just 5 of the 10s.
Because I have Bill's armor 2 and
Yeah.
then Bill's health boxes.
Yes. So,
That's separate, right?
yeah.
Okay.
So Bill is gonna be very actually.
Ouchies.
Bill is wrecked.
Did you just murder Bill on his first day out?
No, he's wrecked. Bill is a device.
Bill is a sentient device
Yes,
who's afraid of the dark
and is
and always
broken.
wants to be next to his person.
Bill is broken. And that's gonna leave. You need to take 1 shock and 1 killing to all of your hit locations. And Bill is shut down, and you are trapped inside.
Oh.
Hopefully I don't cook to death, but... Oh, I shouldn't have said that.
Why would you cook?
Because isn't there fire?
No. No.
Oh.
But the real problem is the sidewalk and the street coming in.
Oh.
Which
Um,
I could face through if I were conscious.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you're real dense.
Fortunately, I'm real dense. That's like
You're not really gonna get crushed, but
Right.
yeah. Okay. So we're just dealing with the initial blast first.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Next person out is probably Caduceus from the blast. I would assume Caduceus is closer than Silent Scream.
I'm on Bill's back, so
Oh,
if
right.
you're
Yes, you're very
behind
close.
Bill,
In fact.
then yeah.
Okay.
Listen,
So
I never pass out.
I'll
I'll take a little passing
Oh wait,
out of
wait,
the
wait.
tree.
You have body armor.
I do. I have light armor.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I do
Okay.
feel like at some point, like, we should really revisit the kind of armor we get from Dr. Light if we're gonna keep doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's the thing. There's a relief valve here. So the problem is, Kit, you would be taking 4 shock and 4 killing to all of your hit locations, which is dead.
Murder.
So
Mhm.
the good news is when that happens, you can burn a point of base will to say they're not quite dead. And will
That's so fair.
have a chance to come back after the scene.
Sure.
Okay.
I will do that.
Okay, so you
I'll
are
burn my
just
baseball.
hit with this burning blast. You are knocked back, under Bill. As
Yeah.
Bill like crashes back onto you, and you are just like very badly burned and crushed. And I would say this point of base will is your body trying so hard to keep up in real time. Of like, nope, keep that beating, keep that moving, do this, boop, start that beating again. Like,
Yeah. It's we established very early that like there are circumstances where my body's like, I'll take over.
yeah, I got
so
this,
it's doing
buddy.
that.
Like in episode 2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because ultimately, like, if Caduceus is faced with like overwhelming damage, this is kind of the thing that can do it.
Mhm.
So, okay, but you spent your base will, so you are
Yes.
technically in the dying capacity, but you have made your death saves and
Mhm.
will resolve that.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Sapna, you also have body armor.
2 light armor,
Okay,
which is
but
apparently.
but you were
nothing.
further back.
Yeah.
And there were 3 people between you and Ground Zero. So, oh, wait a minute. Sorry, I need to redo Caduceus's damage. Oh, okay, you get to take your base will back. You have
Oh.
3 shock and 3 killing
Oh well, thank goodness.
to all, which does fill up all your boxes.
Yes,
but-
I'm still very much out.
Yeah, and you would die if you weren't Caduceus,
Yeah.
right? But like, that's we would be making
Wow.
death saves or whatever. But that's actually the threshold is that amount. So
So kind of you.
behind me and Bill doesn't.
that's the difference.
Oh.
Like he was gonna be like disintegrated practically.
And
so.
I also did. I got clunked on too.
Yes,
Like
and-
I got blasted, and
Yeah.
then a huge robot fell on me.
Right. Okay, so Sapna, you get to face half of it, so just 3 10s. And then your armor's gonna reduce it. So yeah, Sapna, you're gonna be taking 2 shock and 2 killing to all of your hit locations.
So we're all knocked out except for Hector, who is trapped inside Bill.
Yeah.
How about
And
laser?
this guy is unfazed.
Oh no, he's out.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay.
Because also he did that and like was gonna have some backlash from the explosion because he did it in an enclosed space, which is not when he's supposed to do it. And then the street falls in, and so
Also, he's laser proof, but he's not. So we're establishing he's not explosion proof.
right,
So this would have bounced right back off of me.
right, yeah. The like reverberation, the impact, the rubble, the street caving in, all of this stuff is just overwhelming devastation. So. I'm so sorry.
And then a car drives in.
Luckily, we have friends just outside who are waiting in the wing.
Chasing
Oh.
for snatchers.
Yeah,
My God.
yeah. That was very close. All right. So I
Oh,
think
no.
I mean, is that where we wrap up today?
Oh. Oh.
For the year.
Yeah. The year.
As a massive explosion, the sewer and the street cave in, and we go to mid-season break.
I have a question.
Yes.
So can Hector sense him?
Who?
Laser.
Laser.
I almost called him Blaze again.
No.
Okay.
He's dead.
Oh, because he was gonna take his willpower until he died, since the sludge.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. No, and yours is, it was you didn't literally have sludge in your system, right?
Right.
So,
But I didn't know.
but you had tainted willpower in your system.
Right.
So, that was, yeah. So you also, like, by the time you're coming around from the blast, that sludge is out of
Okay.
your system, and you are aware of these very faint signals around
Mhm.
you, and yeah, I feel bad. I'm sorry, everybody.
And then it's
I
calling
will
Frank,
say.
and it's all like, your phone call went to voicemail.
Hey. Yeah. Hey, so while you weren't here, I will also say I was gonna put this in the group chat, but if we don't want to leave it at this cliffhanger, I am good to go a little longer today.
Oh, okay.
But
I
that's
I
up
am
to
also okay
everyone's
to go a
choice.
little bit longer.
I can't go a little bit longer today. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Cliffhanger.
Well, you know what? Let's take it right up to 5.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
We'll use our 10 minutes. Okay. So I think the you know what? Let's pick it up right here. We've got you need to extricate yourself from Bill. Hector. I'm gonna have you roll body, please.
At the same time, does his earpiece still work?
Or athletics. You can roll athletics. Your earpiece to whom?
Green Streak and Dr.
Oh,
Light.
right. No, but I think they're monitoring your vitals all
Okay.
the time anyway, and so I'm sure Green Streak is just moments away.
Paratense.
Okay. Yeah, you managed to, like, between the, like, busted eject
Mhm.
mechanism and, you know, your just brawn of being able to push your way out of, you know, you make some space. You are in the cave-in, right? There's all this, you could kind of see light, but
Mhm.
you're under a lot of stuff, and you can sense where everybody is. You can sense that Laser's definitely dead. You also know there's a bunch of people, you know, like in this underground chamber,
Mhm.
like running for it, right? They're all getting away.
Right.
But what do you want to do?
Who seems the faintest?
Probably Caduceus, technically. What was your damage at?
3
Oh,
flashes in 1x.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, actually you're technically the least harmed. And you're kind of in the middle, I think.
Mhm.
So yeah. And like trying to get Caduceus first probably is a good strategic
Mhm.
choice anyway.
Because I don't know if first aid will do anything.
It can do something, yeah.
'Cause I'm shitty in it, so good luck, dice.
I imagine you've got like a basic first aid kit in a cargo pocket or something.
Yeah,
It's
or
like,
in one of Bill's side compartments.
yeah, I
Put
mean
a
a lot
band-aid
of
on it.
Bill's outer, like all the like outer material, like the part that wasn't titanium is all like burned up
Mm-hmm.
and melted and in really bad shape.
Yeah.
You don't even stop me anything. You just wrap a bandage
Oh,
around
Yeah.
your arm and
yep,
Continuous.
exactly.
Splash some stuff on a hand.
How do I spend will for a wiggle die?
According to Fallout, just go to a drinking fountain. What?
How do I spend will for a wiggle die?
You spend 4 willpower.
Then I will do that.
Okay.
And thank God I did, because I got a pair of 5s.
Okay. So that means, okay, so you're probably trying to address Caduceus's head location.
Mm-hmm.
And 5 is going to do it because you can only have 4 wounds on the head. So Caduceus, erase 1 shock damage and convert 1 killing to shock.
Okay, so if I have 3 and 3, I don't have like a
you
printout
have
in front of me. So 3 and 3 would mean
actually, okay,
4
so
killing and 1 shock. So 1 shock and then 1 shock goes
Well,
to
you
killing. I
can't
now have
have-
3 killing.
There's
wait,
4
do you have,
boxes in
do
Yeah,
you
there.
have
that
more than
would-
4 boxes?
No.
Well, I'm overflowed.
Yeah, we don't have to count the overflow. We just
Okay.
upgrade
Okay,
stuff
so it's
to
just
killing
all
damage.
killing.
Yeah, okay, so
Um,
then the killing damage is converted to shock, and then we remove that shock. So you just have 3 killing in your
Just
head.
3 killing.
just 3
Just 3 killing.
Just
And then everything else is basically filled up with killing damage on you. So
Mhm. Is
that's
that
all.
enough to wake
Except your
me
torso,
up?
which is
Mhm.
doing all
you
right.
probably have like 1.
Yeah.
Um,
Is that enough that I
Yeah.
regain any sort of
yep,
consciousness?
yep. As soon as the head has an open
Horrible.
box, then you are conscious.
Awful. Okay. Yeah, Caduceus just kind of like groans softly and tries to open his eyes.
Yep.
Hector goes to pick him up.
Yeah, I mean, and
Mhm.
this is like Caduceus is still like partly under Bill and
Yeah.
under rubble and all
Mhm.
this, but like you've got Caduceus semi-conscious here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What
There's a fucking big ass explosion.
okay.
Yeah, there's like burst
Um,
pipes,
Mhm.
water's running in, there's, honking
Yeah.
and people screaming outside up on the street
Can I
Very
see
level.
overwhelming.
Sapna and
Yeah. What's that?
Damien? Can I see both of them?
Who?
Hector.
Oh, can you see Caduceus and Damien?
Mhm.
No,
Sapna and Damien.
Sapna.
Oh, Sapna and Damien. I mean, you could find them telepathically. You know where
Okay.
they are.
But there's no way for me to know how hurt they are, right?
Not really, no.
Okay.
And I don't think you're like moving giant chunks of concrete,
Yeah.
right? Like without Bill.
Right.
I am instinctively trying to like reach out to my allies and see if they're alive.
Okay. Let's
I'm guessing I've got some penalties.
well, yeah, I actually yes, but ultimately it would just be re-rolling or whatever. Like you
Sure.
can detect them. You know that Neutron and Silent Scream are nearby and technically alive. Like if you weren't all superheroes, you'd all be dead. Like
Right.
that's
Because it's one of those things that I think Hector, he can wake up Damien, right?
Damien
did.
has he's out with shock damage. Yeah, you could probably clear something with that. Yeah.
Like he did with oh no, he didn't do that. Or yeah, could he I roll my
It's unorthodox, but I'm open to it.
Okay.
You want to roll telepathy?
Yeah.
Okay. And then Caduceus, do you want to try to roll for Sapna?
Yeah, I want to try to roll to heal Sapna.
Okay. Because that doesn't require touch, right?
Mm-mm.
Okay, great. They're nearby, like you can sense where they are. but,
Yeah,
like,
they're close. I know where they are.
Okay.
Yeah. How many dice am I rolling for this?
What hit location do you want to heal first?
Head.
Okay, then you're rolling
Well-
your.
So sorry. I am still gonna do head. Can I tell what part, like if there's any part that's like in active danger beside that?
Yeah, I think head is the only logical answer.
Sure.
Actually, now that I've asked that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
But-
this is
So you're gonna roll.
getting ahead.
Yep, and it's gonna be at -2.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sevens.
Okay. So you're gonna clear. We'll convert a killing. Wait, what do you have in your head?
2 shock, 2 killing.
Okay, so you can clear a shock. It would just erase a killing, because
How many shock did
the
you
killing
have?
gets downgraded to shock, and
3 shots.
they
won't kill.
heal shock. So,
I got 3 9s.
okay, yeah. So we're gonna erase one of the shock in your head,
Mhm.
and yeah. Also, Neutron, I think this is the most injured you've ever been
Oh yeah, 100%.
in your life,
Yeah.
like, or at least since puberty.
Again, I until this point believed I was invincible.
Yeah,
That's why I was so reckless about it.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
yeah. Okay. So everybody is conscious.
Mm-hmm.
What are we
I
doing?
feel like
There is rubble. You're all like semi-buried. There are lots of things you could do about that, but what do you want to do?
sure. I wanna heal up one of my arms to try to drag myself out from under Bill.
Okay. Let's roll for that.
Sure. Tight. 2 dice penalty. 2 dice
'Cause
penalty.
your limbs are all killing, right?
There, yeah, it's all
Yeah.
bad. 3 7s.
Okay. Yeah, the limbs can only hold 5s, so you just need 5s or better. And yeah, you get well, I think that's supposed to heal. Oh no, I've been shorting you all. Caduceus's healing
Yeah, I have
heals
healing.
with
Yeah.
in shock and killing. So
Yes.
who did you heal a minute ago?
I healed Sapna,
And you
and I
two-
had 2 7s, I think. Yeah.
okay, so you're supposed to heal 2 shock and 2 killing. So what does that leave? Anything?
Nothing in the
Okay.
head.
Okay. Sorry, I was treating it like first aid. And then so you're gonna clear 3 shock and 3 killing from whichever arm you prefer.
Yeah. I'm just gonna say narratively, probably left arm's free.
Okay, and it's pretty
Left
much all
arms.
killing. So it's just you clear 3 of it, and
Yeah,
yeah,
and start to try to work my way out from
feeling
underneath.
things like crunch and snap back
Yeah.
into place.
Yeah.
The rest of your body also doing lots of things it's not supposed to do.
Oh yeah, but that's the
Um,
bad kind of things.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay. Neutron, what are you doing? Come awake under a blanket of street.
First, contemplating life,
Uh-huh.
recognizing that I can be harmed.
Oh, let's have you roll stability.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know what that means. I'm gonna
There's a
roll.
stability attribute on yours. You roll 7 dice.
Roll
And then
seven.
I know we're at 5, so we'll wrap up, but
Sure.
yeah.
I love the dealing with consequences
Mhm.
of all of this.
All right. I rolled 3 8s.
Okay, that's great. You managed to not freak out at least, but it's certainly on your mind.
Oh no, I am. It's life. I am someone who recognizes that I can die.
Yep.
I'm someone who recognizes that I can be harmed,
Yeah.
and this is all new to me. And so, I currently am sitting in deep contemplation. Once I'm able to shake that, I start thinking about how it can be useful to keep other people alive, since we're all conscious now, but
Yeah.
we're still buried.
Yeah.
So I wanna, where I can. Who's probably the most?
You
You're
want to
not
start
buried.
start digging, basically, like start moving stuff. Yeah.
See if I can use my face through, and
Yeah.
then dance and
And
pull
I think
up.
Sure.
Piles.
I think
start trying to dig
Sapna is
people out.
buried. Yeah.
Yeah, so-
So when I
That's
see
okay,
what you're
don't
doing,
worry about me because
I will.
I've got some pent up aggression to
Oh,
work out for a
okay.
second.
Well, you come awake, and what happens as Neutron is like trying to, dig people out.
I'm like
and-
Like-
pointing you towards the rubble where I get like Sapna's signature, and
And the rubble just like as Caduceus points to like a pile of rubble, it just explodes outwards because I sonic boomed my way out.
Oh God. Okay. I thought
Yes.
maybe you were gonna like tuning fork your way out of there and turn it all to dust.
I don't have enough willpower to do
Oh.
this.
Okay.
So, also, like, fuck this.
Yep.
Okay, well then I'm gonna change my turn.
Okay.
So when this explosion happens, I just turn to Caduceus and dents up and just arms around them so that the rubble and the
Oh, sure.
the rocks that are flying all over the place
Yeah.
won't
Very
further
scary.
damage.
These rocks just bounce off you. Like,
yeah,
"Ah,
they bounce off me.
invisible."
I just want to make
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. Okay.
I recognize the healer when I see one.
Yeah.
I want to keep them safe.
Oh, so Caduceus, I forget, did you heal Neutron?
No.
No,
No.
Neutron got first aid from Hector. I
Sure,
believe.
but Neutron's like covering you with his body right now.
Very dense body that can't be hurt by rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's obviously very injured. If you wanted to reach out with your power.
Just
That's fine. That's
pulling
fine.
at that willpower. No,
do
here's
the
the
thing.
thing. Jason's right.
Yeah, do the thing. It's fine. Go
Jason's
ahead.
correct.
What do you want me to roll?
You don't have to roll anything.
Oh.
Yeah, I look up as I'm trying to direct you, and then I see you do this, and I immediately get the flash of like everything that is wrong with you,
Yeah,
and
Neutron
my brain is
cut.
just
There's
in...
like something's dislocated. Ribs
Yeah.
are broken. That like, oh, is this pain?
My
This
brain
what
is
pain feels
fully
like.
in like adrenaline mode of like I'm going to do what I do best. It's the only thing I'm thinking about. So let's heal. Let's heal Neutron. Oh,
Also, is it okay if Neutron's bare chested at this point? From the blast?
I was point blank.
Yeah.
I-
Okay.
I'm not naked. We're lucky.
We got some
Like, at this
strategic
point-
like, short pants on at
it's
this
the whole.
point.
It's the whole. It's the
Yeah,
whole.
yeah,
the
the
whole
leftovers
theory.
of the
Mhm.
tattered clothes.
Like somehow they always just the groin area grows with him
Yep.
and it shrinks with him somehow.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do something I almost never do. I'm gonna spend a willpower to reroll.
Oh, okay.
I rolled 3 2s and a 1.
Oh, yeah, that's not enough.
That's not enough to do anything.
Nope. What hit location are you
Okay,
trying to
that's
heal?
better. Probably torso, since
Yep.
I know that he got hit with the blast.
Yeah.
So I just want to try to heal anything
Yeah,
happening
there
on
are
the middle
burns,
parts.
there are cracked ribs, there's all internal bleeding, there's all kinds of stuff going on.
3 8s, baby.
Okay, that's great. Now, do you want to make a stability check to keep your power in check, or have we moved past that?
Me?
Yes, Caduceus, because guess who's got a brainstem?
Little old me?
Guess who's got a brainstem?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Is this also with a penalty?
Nope.
All right.
No,
1,
I don't
2, 3,
apply
4.
penalties
Right, I
to
remember you
stability
saying
checks almost ever. Very rare occasion.
Tense.
Okay, great.
I respect you.
Okay, so Caduceus ran the risk of accidentally turning your powers up.
Oh.
Yeah, making you more powerful.
Oh.
But he did not accidentally make you more powerful.
The real question is, did Caduceus scan me against
Yes,
my will?
would have had to. Would have had to heal
Would have
you.
had to do it to up
Yeah.
your powers, which
Yeah.
is why I'm like, no, I respect you. You said not to do it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
So, what do I heal?
let's see. What'd you get?
So
3?
Three shock, 3
3
killing.
and 1 killing.
So 3 shock and 3 killing from your
No.
torso
3 shock and 1 killing.
in all of your
So you're
locations.
totally
So your
healed
torso
up,
is clear.
yeah.
Okay.
All the ribs crack back into place, the lung fixes itself, all that stuff is established. Eli, what is Hector getting up to as we're sort of digging people out? Sapna's blasted their way out of the rubble. What do you want to do?
He's trying to get up to the street.
Okay, just like clamber up to the top of the rubble. Okay,
Yeah, and I think his mask is strategically cracked.
sure, yeah, but still covering.
yeah.
Yeah.
And suit is all ripped up.
Okay, I think that's probably the perfect time to have Azalea and Novia Negra come like running around the corner,
Mm-hmm.
and to see you like coming up out of just steaming, like probably burned, and you know, like all this terrible, you know, and that's probably where we should pick up next time. I know we gotta get out of here. But yeah, I really want to have those two look in on this wreckage and see where we are. Just last check-ins real quick. Is there anything we want to establish before we close out today?
Oh yeah, I am for sure going to retire for at least a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So
Done
when
heroing
I'm
for
not
a
here
little.
next time,
Yep.
yeah, Neutron is like, I can die. Hold on, this is not as
Yeah, but maybe
not what I thought it was.
maybe I will go to therapy.
You know what?
Hey.
Cutting hair seems like a
Neutron?
great occupation right now.
Yep.
I know a great therapist.
Sapna, anything to establish before we go?
I think the only thing is that as they blast their way out of the rubble, and as like Vagabundo starts crawling up like this strategically placed
Yeah. This
incline of
bit of a ramp, that chunk of asphalt that
that
slanted in.
Sapna like limps. Like all of their limbs work technically.
Not filled with killing damage.
Exactly. There is an open box in each of those limbs. And so they are going to go over to Caduceus' side.
And I guess if my final action in the moment then will be that the moment that Sapna gets over there, Caduceus kind of gets another awareness of someone in his proximity, reaches out, and with the rest of his willpower, we'll just say heals.
Don't even think about it.
Well,
Yeah.
okay.
This is gonna be the moment where it's like
That'll be
Sapna
where
and
we'll
then-
yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We'll see if
well,
it happens next
all right.
time. Yeah.
We'll find out more about that next time here on Pinnacles. Thank you so much for joining us. We are going to be away for 2 weeks, so thank you for your patience. Sorry we didn't get to have Enge with us, but we did get to have Dion with us.
Thank you so much, Dion. This
I
was
just
so
love
fun.
that.
No, this was really fun. Audience, thank you for being here live or later. Your only two options to watch the show. And we wouldn't get to do it live without our chat mods. So thank you, James V, and all the folks who help us out with that. It's so much more fun to get to do this live. So thank you. Our Patreons really keep this thing going. Kimmy's got a bunch of new stuff coming for that. So if you were kind of on the fence about joining, you can join for like $1, okay? And like every little bit helps out. So, none of us are getting paid. We're doing this because we love it, and so if you've got an extra buck, that's great. Totally understand if you don't. Life is shitty for a lot of people right now. Get that. But if you got it, it goes to what we're doing here. You could check out all our previous episodes at happyjacksrpg/Pinnacles. Happyjacksrpg/Pinnacles. And happyjacksrpg/shows for anything and everything we've ever done. I was trying to say Patreon before. happyjacksrpg/Patreon. That's where I got mixed up. And let's go around this way. Dion, what do you have to say for yourself? Who are you and how did you get in here?
I'm Dion. I came through the door at this time. We'll see what happens next time they invite me. It's always a pleasure.
When does your Saturday show start up again?
Our Saturday show starts up next Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can see me again here, hopefully, probably in this seat, because it seems to be my seat, on Saturday. So
The 23rd?
The 23rd.
Yep.
Yes, Saturday
Okay.
the 23rd.
Cool.
And otherwise, whenever they need us up here and I'm able to, maybe I'll come out of retirement. Maybe I'll
Awesome.
come to terms with
Awesome. I love Neutron. That's great.
I
Great.
know, so
thank
good.
you. Thank you for everything. It's been a joy.
Sarah, how dare you?
Yes. Hello, I've been Sarah. I very dare. You can find me at the end of a long hallway, staring deeply into your eyes in the shadows, and everywhere at Sarah is Coffee, or Sarah_is Coffee on Instagram. I'm basically here on Sundays and on Total Party Kiss on Saturdays, and that's where you can find me.
Awesome.
My name's Eli. I've been playing Hector. Watching the show, you know I fucking hate my social media. I just want to say, just kind of piggybacking on the whole Patreon thing, I do want to say that I do get something out of this on a very deep, kind of like emotional level, being able to hang out and meet new people like Dion, and being able to sit at this table. I hope this comes through in the audio, how much I enjoy this, and I hope you guys are enjoying it too. So thank you very much for listening.
Well said.
I'm Pooja, and I am on social, like everywhere on the socials as Forgotten Saves, where you can find me posting photos of my cats and yelling about the books I love, and some books I don't love so much. You know, ranting is good for the soul.
Yeah. If you think
Is what we tell
Sapna,
ourselves.
if you think Sapna can throw shade, wait till Pooja does it.
Tomorrow, for those of you listening live, and Monday the 18th of December is the live airing of our mid-season finale of Mekong. It will be up on the Queen's Court Games Twitch channel at 4 p.m. Pacific. Then on Wednesday, it will premiere on the Queen's Court Games YouTube channel. I love that. I love the drama. I love our messy space opera mech pilots in our Southeast Asian setting. It's fantastic. We all put a lot of work into it, and I hope that more people will, check it out and see, you think Jason is bad. He ain't got nothing on Jerry.
What kind of bad am I?
Issue a challenge.
I would never do anything mean to my players.
Ever.
Look, it's not my fault. He
Not
rolled
even
6
on their first day.
tens.
Not even their first day. Nope.
Nope.
Not even on the first day.
Nope. Nothing.
It's a little bit of blowing everyone up, and it's nobody's fault, I think is the important takeaway.
Everyone loses their minds.
Are you all done?
Mm-hmm.
My name is Jason. You can follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and Blue Sky at It's Probably Okay. On my Twitch channel, I play usually Wednesdays and Fridays. On Wednesdays, We Were Death. I like to play games that are hard, and I die a lot for some reason. I don't know why I'm like this, but I do it to myself as much as anyone else. So that's where we are. I'm currently doing an honor mode playthrough of Baldur's Gate 3, and if you lose, that's it. It's over. If you die, and there's no reload, there's no save scum. It's like it's over. I love that. I love the tension of it. But anyway, that's it. That's it for me. Thank you so much, everybody. We'll look forward to seeing you see you next year. I love that joke forever.